Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and this time we have the honour and the privilege of supporting our own team during one of these, which is nice. I am Stephen Cotton, and with me today, again, as usual, is Ed Hall.
Hello. Happy to be here.
How are we doing? Right, let's crack into it because we've got 15 minutes before kickoff. So let's have a look at the lineups. So have a look at the Belgium lineup first, because then we can spend more time talking about the England one. Belgian lineup looks pretty tasty. Vertonghen, Denayer, and Alderweireld as a back three by the looks of things. Thorgan Hazard as a wing back. Meunier as a wing back with a midfield two of Witsel and Tielemans. That's pretty strong. It's the front three where it looks stupidly strong in De Bruyne, Mertens, and Lukaku. Ed, how do you see this lineup, and how do you see it faring against England today?
Well, it's a mirror lineup to England's. It's exactly the same. The only difference is, attack-wise, you'd probably back Belgium. Obviously, we've got Harry Kane, but besides Harry Kane at the moment, Jack Grealish definitely deserves a shout of being in the team. He's definitely on Mertens' level. The problem is we've not really got a player to match the likes of De Bruyne. De Bruyne is going to be the key here. He was relatively quiet last time, but I can't imagine us keeping him quiet again. One battle to look out for, I think, is Henderson versus De Bruyne. They know how each other plays very well. I'm quite confident. I'm confident we can get a result.
Let's have a look at the England lineup then. Here, this is how England are lining up. Walker, Dyer, and Mings as a back three. Chil and Trippier as wing backs, with Henderson and Rice both holding. It just looks so defensive again. We've got Mount, Grealish, and Kane all up front. So we're playing Mount and Grealish. That's Southgate's answering his critics of one or the other by playing them both again. As lovely as and as exciting as that front three looks, I just can't get past this 7-man brick wall at the back again. That it's just, if we needed to draw this game to go to a World Cup final or something, I'd understand. But it just straight off the bat, that just seems so defensive and one-dimensional to me. What do you think about it?
I mean, you're right. It's a game we have to win. So we can't have too much confidence in our defence if we're going to be playing such a heavy back line again. I like the fact that Mings is starting. I know a few people had some criticisms prior to this season, but I think this season he's been very consistent and very good. He looked good against Ireland. Dyer worries me. He's always got a mistake in him. He actually gave away a penalty in the last time we faced Belgium. Walker, I've been impressed with Walker of late, especially for England. But the problem is I've got Eric Dyer and Jordan Pickford playing in the same back line.
Yeah,
that's coming up against De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, not fun times at all. Predictions for the game then. We want to hear from everyone. We had such a great time with the Scotland game. We had such great interaction with everyone. There were so many comments, so many people giving predictions and whatnot. So again, today we want to hear score predictions before kickoff. Ed, you go first. What's your score prediction for the game?
2-2. I think we'll draw this game. I think we'll. Well, you think it's going to be exactly the same as last time, except a Belgium win?
Yeah, I could see. I was very surprised that we beat Belgium last time, to be honest. I think this is going to sound really cliche. It all depends how everyone starts the game off. I worry about that England defence / goalkeeper and the Belgian front three. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tricky day at the office. And we can't draw, can we? We need a win to.
No, we need a win. We can have a draw, but it's unlikely we'll win. If we lose tonight, Belgium will be going through to the latter stages. A draw would mean that Denmark would have to beat Belgium. But if we win, we've got to come against Iceland, so you would put us as the favourites.
Yeah.
But that's if we were to beat them.
Yeah, obviously, holders Portugal will not be retaining their title after they lost to France last night. Lost 1-0 to N'Golo Kante goal, weren't it?
It was an N'Golo Kante goal. You actually backed France to win that. That's the thing. You did say.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. There was some good quality on show in the game. That I was pretty frustrated because I needed 2 goals, and there was 13 shots on target between the pair of them, including both teams hitting the post. There was so many good chances that players were just wasting, and it was just getting so frustrating. Pogba looked all right. Nothing too special. I don't think there was really any outstanding players in that game. Dion Chambers, 2-1 could go either way. Yeah, I'm thinking 2-1. I'm not entirely like sold or set on a Belgium win, but I think 2-1. Both teams to score at least, I'd imagine.
If England were to win, Cotton, and let's just say progress to the latter stages and win a trophy, albeit it's not a Euro, albeit it's not a World Cup, surely that breeds life in a new generation of England players. If you actually see in your lifetime England win a trophy, surely that's a reason to get excited enough, or are you still not sold on it?
I'm still not sold on it. I'm telling you what, if we got to a Nations League semi-final or a Nations League final and we were allowed to go and watch it in the pubs or get together and watch it, I'd be a lot more excited. As it stands at the minute, I'm not. It is just glorified friendlies during the season, and I'd rather just have my Premier League week in, week out than have this a few weeks every few months. So again, does it even really count as a trophy? I mean,
well, of course it does. Well, I mean, we'd milk it for years, and why shouldn't we?
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
How many opportunities do you get to win a trophy? You get one attempt every 2 years. You know, you got beggars can't be choosers, but you know, Belgium will be slight favourites being the home team.
Don't get me wrong. If we won this tournament, I'd be mugging everyone off on Twitter. I'd literally be wearing my England shirt to work. Well, if I ever go back to work, wearing my England shirt to work. Yeah, big one, but yeah, I still see it as, I don't know. We still don't really know the rules. I swear, like I don't know who goes through, who tops what group, who gets relegated, who like it's still so crazy. Actually, Cole there looking like he had better days. Bless him.
Have we ever had a calibre of player even close to what Ashley Cole was as a left back?
No, nowhere near.
Who do you think has come the closest?
The closest at left back.
Leighton Baines.
Yeah, no, it would have to be, and Baines was he was Mr. Consistent, but he wasn't
for England.
Beater.
No, he was just he'd rise to any occasion. That's what I felt about Leighton Baines. Honestly, you trusted him.
I struggled there trying to even think of left backs. I'm not even joking.
Well, Ashley Young played there for a bit, didn't they?
Young played there for a bit. Luke Shaw's had
Luke Shaw never really hit the ground running after Southampton.
No. Danny Rose for a bit.
Oh, no, I still don't think so. No. We've always had an abundance of right backs. I mean, I think a lot of people forget. Think of all the right backs we have. Remember Nathaniel Klein?
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. Nathaniel Klein, he was a really good player.
Yeah, at one point we had Walker right back, Klein. There was. I was gonna say there's loads, but no, my mind's gone blank. But we did have an abundance, so it was silly.
Well, you got to think Trippier's been about a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, Wan-Bissaka. Well, Klein used to be a bit like Wan-Bissaka. He was a very good defensive right back, but didn't really have much of an end product. That was what Nathaniel Klein was. But you know, since injury, he's never been able to come back. People forget about him.
He was all right. Right, and there we go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He was all right. He was an England starter in a really grim England period. Like, nothing was memorable about them England teams.
No. That Nations Ball is really nice, though. I'm a fan of that.
Hey, so we've got a compliment from the Nations League off you now.
Yeah, there we are. That's one of those
England players ain't turned up, or have they got to go out one team at a time due to COVID?
Separately. Yeah, they've got to go out separately. Yeah. They've got to come from like separate ends of the ground, I think.
Look how casual they're coming out. It's like,
I know.
We'll get this out of the way, we can go back to our clubs.
Yeah, here we are. Oh, Jordan Pickford, I hate you so much.
No, I don't.
Declan Rice coming out, giving it big straight away, like getting all flexing.
Chilwell.
I'm digging.
Chilwell. I think I mean, because let's be honest, we've been playing Trippier and Trent at the same time. Trent's now injured, so Chilwell seems to be playing. Now, Chilwell's playing good for Chelsea. I think he's obviously should be our starting left back / left wing back, dependent on what you want to call it in
Chilwell?
this England side. Chilwell, yeah, of course.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't
Obviously.
believe he's actually playing Chilwell in the left back position. I'm surprised we ain't got some. I'm surprised Wan-Bissaka's not playing there. Knowing old Southgate.
To be fair, I have always said, given our problems at left back, well, not so much now we've got Chilwell, but I would literally say to Trent or Wan-Bissaka, which one of you two is half decent on your left foot, and stick them out there. Playing both.
Exactly. Well, I'd probably stick Wan-Bissaka in like a right-sided centre-back position.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
And then Trent as the right wing-back, if that's the position he wants to play, and then Walker on the left, because he is playing there today, isn't he? No, he's playing right centre-back.
I thought Jack Grealish had his hair in pigtails, and I was about to absolutely sound off.
He gets subbed off instantly. You had your shot and you blew it.
Oh, Declan Rice singing the English national anthem don't feel right, man. That seems naughty.
Trippier looks like he's won a competition to play with them.
I know. Pickford should have won a competition to be here because he isn't getting there based on merit. Oh, and I can just hear Harry Kane. God, Jesus.
I always turn the sound off.
Jordan Henderson's got herpes. Jordan Henderson had a cold sore. Boo.
Not posting that comment.
No.
Yeah. Oh man.
I like the little fire next to it. Is it not that? How is there not like Why is there not like a thing where you can just get rid of it?
How is he still England #1? We do not have them kind of answers. If you've come here for them kind of answers, you need to look elsewhere because we can
give you our best insight and we can give you our best opinions, but we can't give you those answers, man.
We've done calculations. We've spent weeks on this subject. I missed work.
Yeah, exactly. all we can deduce is that Pickford must have really compromising Southgate nudes. And I'm not talking just full frontal nudes. I'm talking there must be other stuff at play in them because there's no way.
Ryan Blair, what time is kickoff? Kickoff's in 2 minutes. They're just getting through the national anthems now, pal.
And now they're playing some bangers.
Oh, some bangers, yeah.
Can you hear that? Club bang. Oh, do you know what, right? And I don't know if anyone else hates this. Yes, banger. I honestly can't stand. I can't stand with a passion Martin Tyler's and it's live. Honestly, just it makes me cringe. It makes me physically.
No, I liked it up until he realised it became a thing, and then now I know he does it on like he's well chuffed with himself when he says it.
Yeah. Oh, he'll do like 2-minute build-ups now. He'll be like. And the sky is a nice dark, deep black. The stars are out. The weather's nice. The stadium's packed. The pies are warm. And we're all here for Tottenham versus Man City, which is coming up next. And it's live. It's like, oh, go away, man.
Yeah, do you think when he goes all senile, he's going to just start dropping it at random times? It'll be like 30 minutes into the game. It'll be like, and it's live. It's like, all right, mate.
Yeah, we got a message here from Nick. Rest in peace, Ray Clements. Yeah, that was obviously breaking in the last hour or so. Really sad. Condolences to the family. That is
a lot of tributes have flooded in.
I feel like we've lost quite a few in the last week or two. Ex-footballers. It's been a weird time. And Ross, you can go away.
No, but Kenny Dalglish said some nice words about Ray Clements, how he helped him settle in when he moved down from Scotland. Thoughts to his family.
Oh, Gav's going to be upset.
Gav's going to be upset? You're telling me Gav's going to be upset?
Yeah, well, they've had to do squad numbers. They're not 1 to 11 anymore. They've actually picked numbers and stuff.
It's a good job he's not here then. Ross, what do you think the score's going to be? Nick, what do you think the score's going to be? Ryan, what do you think the score's going to be? Just score predictions in the chat. We're getting a lot of 2-1s though so far. I'm saying 2-2.
I'm calling it now, right? And this is going to come back.
You're calling it now?
And I shouldn't even say it, and it's going to come back to bite me.
Players are taking the knee.
Lukaku disaster class incoming. He's going to have a stinker. Lukaku's going to have a stinker.
Well, Lukaku's now going to score a double hat trick, everyone.
A double hat trick.
Yeah, exactly.
Eight. Right, come on.
Yeah, he's a true Liverpool great. I'm a Liverpool fan myself, and from my dad's generation, he was the first person to break that to me. True legend of his time.
Oh God, that's too easy.
That's a start. 2-0 England to Ross.
I wish I had that confidence.
Tell you what, you're feeling quite confident there, Ross. 2-0. You reckon we're going to keep them quiet for all 90 minutes? You're still pissed from that Scotland game, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Man, I think I went through like a quarter bottle of gin during that game. It was great time. A great time was had by all. Oh, Grealish, Jesus. It panics me so much that he doesn't wear. Well, he wears like the smallest shin pads in the world.
Can I just say I'm loving this background you sorted out with the red England colours and the Nation League. It looks top class. It looks good.
Looks nice, doesn't it?
Roberto Martinez.
Ever land this gig? How did he land this gig, man? I love that we both clocked out at the same
time.
Like,
yeah, because I think a lot of people, maybe a lot of people are young here and haven't watched much, a bit new to football. But I think people forget where Martinez come from.
Oh, go on, Kane. Ooh.
Oh, good start from the man himself, Harry Kane. Oh, Scotland's not going to be happy with that comment.
Got Tuanzebe, mate. Tuanzebe's better.
I'll tell you what, Ross, I think Mings is incredibly underrated. I think a lot of people give him stick when he was playing for probably a team that deserved to be relegated last year. Just got lucky.
I do like Mings, but
no, I think he could be playing for a better club. I think he could.
Oh, he could be. Yeah.
And I think he should always have been starting with England. I've always quite liked the idea of if you're going to play three centre backs, Maguire, Gomez, rest in peace, Gomez, and Mings.
Yeah. Oh,
with Maguire on the left.
Obviously,
it's not as bad as first presumed.
Oh, is that what it is? Because I was going to say the opposite.
Yeah.
I saw yesterday they were saying that it could be season.
No, it's okay. So it's looking like he'll definitely be second half of season, but it's not an ACL.
Oh, good.
Which was first.
Because Liverpool can't really handle any more injuries or absentees at the minute. Because they are stacking up.
Oh, of course. But the thing is, I said to you when Van Dijk got injured, Liverpool won't panic buy and go to the January transfer market, or even the summer potentially. That was a poor pass, but recovered. But now with the fact that we're missing, so Robertson has got a bit of a tight hamstring now. So let's say Robertson misses a game, our starting back four and its backups are all injured. So Liverpool now, I will back to actually make a signing in the January transfer window.
The problem is in Liverpool have not brought it on themselves, but Liverpool have such good quality in the starting 11 and stuff that when you sign for a club like that, you're not going to break into the first team. So then you can.
But we've got good backup players, man. You've got to think that Joel Matip and then these new players were good backups.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's good backup, but now you're in a situation like this. It's really hard because it's good backup. It's not like you wouldn't want them playing 20 games of the season. And the problem now is, like you said, you can't go out and buy, because even if you go out and buy a centre back now, then when everyone's fully fit, what's going to happen to Gomez? What's going to happen to Matip? What's going to happen? Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's it, because you can't spend money, bring someone in, or then you spend money.
Free kick England
that gets in over Gomez for now while he's injured. Grealish shove on De Bruyne, was it? Vertonghen. Is Vertonghen the captain tonight?
Well, you got to think Harry Kane has currently plays on Alderweireld and has played for a long time by Vertonghen. So you're hoping he's got a bit of. It goes both ways, doesn't it? They both know how Kane likes to play. He knows how they like to defend.
Yeah. Vertonghen at Benfica now, is he? Benfica?
Yes, he is at Benfica because he was in the lineup for the Rangers game, the Europa League game,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
alongside Otamendi, I believe.
Otamendi tried to kill Ryan Kent, and I loved every minute of it.
Ryan Kent's been cracking for Rangers though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like my hatred for him is literally nothing other than solely based on FIFA.
Oh, really? Because I've always thought
yeah,
he was quite an underrated
he's
player.
good. No, he's good. But last year he had this ridiculous card on FIFA where it was just like he had like 98 pace and like dribbling was insane, and every single person and their dog would sub him on at half time, and you just get rinsed every game.
Oh, so it's not even his fault.
I don't. I like him as an actual player and as a person and whatnot, but he gave me too much PTSD last year.
Oh, Jamie Carragher on commentary.
Yeah, it's nice to see England actually pressing up higher a little bit today.
He did state, well, the fact is, because of the Denmark game, England have to win this.
Yeah. Yeah, if Denmark win both theirs, they win the group.
Well, yeah, but that's because they have to play Belgium.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's absolutely crazy that Dries Mertens has stayed at Napoli for as long. Like he's missed the boat on a big move, man. He is still so good, but he's like 32. Mertens.
You say that though. I think you got to think a lot of players probably might not have as much belief in their ability as perhaps we do. And also, have you seen Napoli? It's absolutely gorgeous. Napoli is absolutely gorgeous. Like if you were content there, you wouldn't leave.
Yeah, he's 33.
Yeah. But perhaps he knows that Napoli's his level.
Yeah, or he's just really settled there.
But could you imagine, like, I've got quite a good gig here. Do you know what I mean? Like the place is stunning. I'm a star player. I'll probably get more money in game time than I will anywhere else.
Oh yeah, he's Mr. Napoli. Like he's such a big fish there.
People probably enjoy being the star man.
Do you know what? I'm not even joking. That was an easy pass played back to Pickford, and I was almost expecting him to miscontrol it and it to go out for a corner.
Ross, who do you think should be our England starting goalkeeper?
Ooh.
I still haven't heard one person ever say Pickford.
No. And that isn't because there's like a media agenda or like, it's just bad.
There's not.
He's just a very, very bad goalkeeper. Look at the mistakes he made last
season. He's similar to Mignolet. He's similar to Mignolet, man.
Honestly, I hated Joe Hart. Even when City were winning their first titles and stuff and they were dominating English football, Hart was still costing them games or almost.
Oh, no, to be fair, I disagree. Hart for Birmingham and then first 3 years at City, Hart was unplayable as a goalkeeper.
Maybe
he was
his
wicked.
first year and a bit for City, but towards the end of it and for England, he was absolute dross.
Oh, no, I agree. But I think Dean Henderson all day, Ross says. I'd say Nick Pope, but I think Dean Henderson will easily be the England number one. I think he's got everything to be it. Yeah.
Referee.
But Nick Pope and Dean Henderson both played one half each, didn't they, against Ireland?
Yeah. And neither conceded, so point each. Mad to see Lukaku actually do some pressing as well. He can have a shot. I need to look. Oh, that's a nice setup. Tielemans 1-0. 1-0 Belgium. Pickford's awful. Pickford can't reach a bottom corner again because he's absolute dross.
Wow.
What an absolute fraud. Absolute fraud. That should be
Belgium 1, England 0. England have to come back now if they want to win this game. They've now got to score 2 goals. Guaranteed. I don't believe there's any forms of VAR. I don't believe. Is there VAR in the Nations League?
I don't know. Henderson was talking to Lino.
He's probably asking the question.
Awful pass from
There definitely is VAR in the Nation League, actually, because it was in the England game. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Mings. It's come off Tyrone Mings.
Yeah, there's not much you could do about that.
Might have been harsh on Pickford there. No, he still needs to save it. No, he did well to get a touch because he's 4'7". They're just pressing so hard. Well, that's a great start. Started with an absolute dire pass from Dyer.
You know, England have the quality to get back in this, though. They just need to not let the Reds drop. And that was a good ball there, exactly. Oh, that could have been an instant response there. Jack Grealish started that.
I really like Grealish, right? And then obviously there's talks at the minute, like rumours of him going to United. Like where's he going to fit in at United? Like there is no room for him. We've got too many midfielders. Unless he. No,
but the problem is you have too many of the wrong midfielders. The only midfielder, as an outsider, I'm comfortable. Well, I say I'm comfortable. I'm more than happy with you having, which says a lot. Is Bruno Fernandes? He's fantastic. You be able to give him a partner. Great, you have to change formation, and Jack Grealish should be awesome. Oh,
Jesus!
That was nearly an equaliser by Harry Kane. 2-0 looks silly now. Ross, we said that from the start, mate. You just need to sober up first, and then we'll start taking you seriously again. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's some cracking defending.
Yeah.
Of course, I still
believe that Lukaku's missed that.
But the thing is, I don't think England have played too shabby offensively.
It was my fault, though, guys, because I said Lukaku disaster class, and he already has an assist and a goal line clearance. So.
Oh, yeah, it's all on you.
That one's on me, guys.
The end of two up top.
I'll take the flak for that one. I
need to stop pressing F11 accidentally.
Well, I said 2.
Yeah, it's just like screen.
He gets fouled so much. Landed right on the ball as well. That hurts. That does.
Got a week off, mate. Not a chance. You jammy git. I can't have it.
Well, I've just had a week off, and I've got another 3 coming if I survive.
Yeah. You know, one of us has to put the food on the table.
Yeah, well. I mean, I would like to be at work at the minute, but...
Oh, we know. I'm only having enough.
Stay at home and playing Cold War and FIFA and knocking one into a sock for a month it is then. Like, what can you do?
And you're getting paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting paid for it. My link to my OnlyFans will be on the YouTube channel.
What, 2 on top?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I thought we were going to go for the old Delap throw-in then, Trippier.
I was going to say, it's what I've got the ring light for, really.
You already had it. You're like, I'll dust off this old bad boy.
Go on, Chilwell, stick one in. Great ball. Straight to Courtois, catch and practice.
That's my plan for the week. That was your plan for the week, regardless of whether you had work or not, Ross. Don't even try. You're fooling no one. Don't say that. He works at Aldi. A nice fucking shop there.
How speedy do we have to be at the checkout to get that one done? Denmark are winning. So where does that leave?
I mean, like, at least one guarantee, though, is that England can definitely not be relegated from Group A.
Oh, yeah. Iceland have got 0 points. Watch them pick up 3 against us next during the week.
No, it's the thing. I don't think England have played that bad. So.
Yeah, but chasing a game is not something we do well.
Oh, good lad.
Oh. Oh. Kane held on to
bit of cheek there when Martin Tyler goes showing a bit of age there. The audacity.
Isn't it?
And it's long.
Martin Tyler had kickabouts with Jesus. He's that old, man. What is he on about?
That Kane header counts as a shot on target. Yeah, of course it does. Oh wait, if he clears it off the line, does it?
I don't think. It should
It must
do.
do.
Or in what? It depends.
Depends.
If it's Sky
Okay,
Bet,
it should do, but it won't if you're betting on it.
if it's Sky Bet, they're naughty, and sometimes they. No, it counts. It counts because it will count as a blocked shot. That's so annoying.
You can just check. You can just check the app.
Ross, did you go on the Kane to have one shot on? Did you have the one shot on target at even money? Because I chose Lukaku instead, and now I'm regretting it.
I had over 1.5 goals, which was an
Kane
easy
to have
one.
a shot on target in the first half was even money. But I went with
I just need
Lukaku
another
instead.
goal, and my bets come through.
How much? What was that? What were the odds on that?
Well, I won 27 quid on under 1.5 goals in the Scotland game. Yeah. And then I put that all on over 1.5 goals, which brings me up to £38.
Like 30. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
13 quid. So
what was it? 1 to 2, 1 to 3?
It was something like that, 1 to 3. And that over 1.5 goals in Belgium versus England. I was like, yeah, that's obviously going to happen.
Well, don't say that because I thought exactly the same with France last night. All I needed was an over 1.5 in that. All my cards came in, my corners came in. People
went with a boost, mate, 8 to 1. Yeah, Ross loves a good corner bet.
What was the boost? Was it Lukaku and Kane shots on target or something? Because do you know what? Last night I didn't go with the boost
as well,
last
wasn't
night. Martial and Ronaldo, 2 or more shots on target each. Didn't go with it, and it'd come in within like 50 minutes. I was fuming. England looks so regimented when they're defending. To be fair, that was like you could literally see how
this is what they've been taught to play.
Yeah, it was like a chalkboard. Like you could literally see the formation they were playing. Everyone was so correctly positioned.
We've got 32 people watching. Tell us what you think of the game so far. 1-0 down to Belgium. In the opening 10 minutes. Do you think England will get back in it? Do you want England to get back in it? Do you want them playing more international football? Obviously, you should want them to get back in it, but be curious to see what people think.
I don't know. Honestly, like calling up like Bellingham is a joke, man. People like Harvey Barnes and Maddison not getting in the team.
Yeah.
And they're calling up Bellingham for what? What's the point in it? He's played 190 minutes for Dortmund this season. Absolute joke. Is Eden Hazard injured, is he?
He might not even be picked on merit because he's obviously just scored his first goal in over a year. Right.
Batshuayi's on the bench. Benteke's on the bench. Nasser Chadli's on the bench. No Eden Hazard.
Well, he's not been playing for ages. I mean, he was injured for a good while. Then he was unfit. There's all the meme jokes of him being fat.
Yeah, he's always had a like a booty though. Hazard's always been a thick boy. You're supposed
Big
to
Kevin.
Me there and not just like... Oh,
No. I was just leaving you on blast there, and I was not meant to agree with you.
No,
just
everyone knows De Bruyne runs like he's got such a the thickness. That was the thickness. What a ball that was! And then Trippier falls off the pitch.
I mean, he got a throw in though. He'd be disappointed to not get to that.
I think Rice will be disappointed not to get to that as well.
We're being smoked by Martinez.
His head is so shiny, man. It is that episode.
Roberto Martinez looks like a Thunderbirds villain, doesn't he? No?
Yeah, like Homer, have you been putting your head in the Shino ball? And it is like reflective. That is what he looks like. Carragher talking about the semis.
Well, he said
I don't think it's added
semi-competitive game.
anything. I honestly don't think.
I do.
Don't think this adds anything. I don't. I can't.
Of course it is. It's added loads. You've got to look, every time you look at World Cup and Euro qualifiers for England, we're always playing literal farmers.
Oh, yeah. No, why not? Yeah, we literally play Liechtenstein and Moldova every single time.
So it's like, why would we not have games like this? At least we can actually...
But we still learn nothing from it. Look at going into the World Cup, right?
But that doesn't mean to say we can't.
Actually, not so much the World Cup. Going into the Euros last time around, our friendlies and our qualifiers, like we won every game in qualifiers or didn't lose. We were smashing friendlies, got to the tournament, and he literally deployed a completely different system, different formation, different players, and it was just what was the point in all the friendlies then? And this is how I see this. Like, when I was a lot younger, I used to love national. I still love national tournaments, but I used to love watching international football.
Because you'd be excited of seeing all these big prospects of different clubs playing together.
I used
to get excited for that reason.
It's a chore now. No, but we don't.
Yeah,
get
it is.
That. We don't get like, oh, it's a friendly. I wonder if he'll play the kids. It's a friendly, and he's still playing 5 at the back. He's still playing players that are going to get in the team regardless. It's a waste of time, man.
I was having the same that's a weird way of saying conversation. I was having a conversation with my dad, and I know it's a completely different sport, so it's hard to relate this. But in rugby, I look forward more to the international games. International rugby is the higher level. It's like you want to see your best players at your club play for England.
Yeah.
But it's the complete opposite. I don't want my players playing for England half the time because it's just a chore. They're going to get injured. The football's going to be poor.
Well, they have been, yeah.
And in rugby, the England national team apparently pays clubs. But in the football, the clubs are richer than the national team. So there's no incentive there.
The free kick that Belgium have got on the edge of the box was from a foul by Declan Rice. Declan Rice has actually got the ball, cleared the ball away, and De Bruyne has kicked him. So, I mean,
yeah.
But England haven't looked that bad, but I don't know if we have the players on the pitch chase again. No, we don't. I don't. If at 0-0 it still looks all right, but to push this Belgium team, I can't. 2-0. Dries Mertens, a free kick. Game over.
There you go. And that's Ed's bet one, but at least there's a silver lining.
And what did I say to you before the game? I said Belgium at 21-20 or whatever they were. Easy money.
You can see like how invested Martinez was in the last game. He was furious when they lost to England. You can see how desperate he is. Obviously, he should be, but how Martinez has that job in the first place beyond me. Pickford, I know his positioning. I'm sorry, I've got to blame Pickford then. I've got to blame Pickford then.
Right? I was going to say the same.
When you know you're that short, don't stand. Exactly.
You know where he's shooting. That's the reason you've put the wall there, is because that's where he's going to shoot. Why are you so far over? Why are you so far over? And you know if you're when you know that you can't reach post to post in that space of time. And do you know what? I stayed quiet because I was like, I don't just want to keep bagging on Pickford because it's a good free kick. But it's a bang average free kick, man. It's like middle of the goal. It's mid-height. It's not stuck it in a corner.
No, the best thing he did was get it over the wall because all he had to do was get it over the wall.
Done. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
The problem is, do we have the likes of Raheem Sterling there, or is he injured? Because now you're 2-0 down. You really want to be playing the ball past the players. We're just trying to play it into the goal.
Well, lift your legs up. Lift your leg up. Lift your leg. Thank you. Can you see England scoring 3 goals now?
No, I can't, but I've seen Stranger Things. Season 1, 2, and 3.
Was it any good? That was the thing on Netflix.
Yeah, exactly.
Never watched it.
Look, At first, oh God, this really sums up the game if I'm talking about this. But I didn't want to watch it at first because the only first season was out at the time because I don't like child actors. They really irritate me.
Yeah.
But then once I got past it, I actually quite liked him after a while, and then it's quite a good show.
Do you know what?
But,
This is going to sound so hipstery. When people bang on about films or TV shows all the time on Facebook and stuff like it instantly puts me off.
Oh yeah, that's why a load of people didn't like Game of Thrones prior to the decline of it.
Game of Thrones, yeah. Breaking Bad, and like if you don't watch it at the exact time it's happening, that's it. Because I didn't watch the first few seasons of Game of Thrones. I was thinking about starting to watch it, and then every week on Facebook, it's just like, can't believe she just killed him like that, and it's like, all right, bye.
Yeah, a few of my mates are like that, but that wasn't to say it was a bad show. It was a great show. It just ended poorly, but it made people resent it because of how loved it was.
Yeah. But yeah, as you can tell, the game isn't going great that we're talking about that.
We're talking about a series which is over.
Calm down. Look at Pickford giving it to calm down. Like, why don't you calm down and fuck off? Like, just go. I honestly can't stand him so much.
It'd be interesting to see, like, Everton fans, for example. I think we've occasionally had on Turp Top Blue Boys Network. I'd be interested to know what he thinks about the likes of Jordan Pickford. Being someone who watches him week in, week out, usually you back your own players.
Yeah, because it could be that thing. Do we just see the highlights and the memes and stuff when he does something bad? Or
yeah, exactly.
Does he do it?
No, there's obviously an element of that. There is obviously an element of that, but there's too many highlights.
Yeah, there is. It's all the time, man. There was even a few weeks ago when they were in the cup against, I can't even remember who it was. It was someone like Oldham or something, and he was still dropping absolute clangers. And it's like, you're playing in the League Cup, man.
Belgium, I knew it.
Offside.
Not with the current. Well, you've got the likes. I think now you really have to chase the game, so you're going to need pacey players. You want to bring on the likes of Sterling, Sancho.
We've got Sancho, Foden, Abraham. Right, so the benches just quickly: Nick Pope, Dean Henderson, Michael Keane, Bakayo Saka, Maitland-Niles, Harry Winks, Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, Calvert-Lewin, Sancho, Abraham.
All right, so we got on Dean Henderson,
Calvert-Lewin,
Calvert-Lewin, and you either pick one. Is Sterling not on the bench?
No.
So we go for Sancho then. I want to keep Grealish on. No, to be fair, I think Grealish, Mount, and Kane have played well together. But the problem is, it's Sancho's now we're not suited to that kind of attack now. We're 2 goals down.
No. Sancho's not been doing very well this season for club or country, and
you're right. He has a bit of an arrogant problem as well. So I don't know where that comes from because you're crap.
Yeah, I know. It's only because this is England did really well and his career took off, but that's probably where his arrogance comes from. Just eased off the ball. Too easy. Too easy. Look at that press. They're already on the halfway line. We've already been pushed that far back. Oh my God.
It's good vision, but this is it. He's literally a metre off the bloody right side of the post. Martinez is a fraud as well, man. Like, he's an absolute fraud.
Hold on. Are they trying to say that someone didn't jump in the wall as well? 2 of them didn't jump. Yeah. This is the thing, right? On the flip side of what you were saying about taking the Nations League seriously. Okay, so let's take it seriously for a minute. How much longer can Southgate dine out on the fact that he used to play for England? Like, I don't rate him as a manager. I don't rate his football. I don't rate the system. And when it comes to the big games, we bottle it. And like, how much longer are we going to carry on doing this?
Well, I think he more than deserves to lead us at the Euros, and then you judge him after that. if we don't win the Euros or at least get to a semi-final, and I mean when I say get to a semi-final, I mean pull off some good performances to get there. I don't mean grind our way to a semi-final. But no manager deserves to take England to the Euros more than him. No one's earned that. He's at least earned the position.
Oh yeah, but once the Euros is done, like his contract's up for renewal.
Yeah,
I don't want
that's fine, and then we can assess: is he taking us in the right direction? No. Thank you very much, but I won't entertain talks of someone else taking us to the Euros.
Like the World Cup, we've talked about it before. Like literally having like Panama in the group, having literally nobody's in the group. We faced two good teams during that World Cup, and we lost 3 times. That was it. We lost to Belgium in the group.
Good ball then. Good ball then.
Croatia in the semis, and then Belgium again in the playoff. Oh well, there's the England highlight for the half. Kyle Walker doing a back heel.
All jokes aside, I think. I mean, Jamie Carragher's alluded to that himself. We ain't got the pace up front to penetrate that line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Kane's been praised
because Harry Kane's having to sit back. Harry Kane does what he does best.
That's what I mean. I was just about to say he's been praised recently for his assists and his contribution.
But who's he going to assist to?
Yeah, exactly. He's dropping so deep to come and get the ball, and then that's it. That's it. And then we come back to the halfway line, and it starts again, and it's just rinse and repeat. Look, no movement, no ideas, nothing. Back to the centre half. It's literally half back passes to centre. Like it's that clip from The Simpsons over and over again. Yeah, no one's exactly. Carragher's saying no one's running in behind. No one's finding pockets of space. No one's doing everything. Everyone wants ball to feet. No one's moving. Look, it's just backwards every time, man.
Oh, that's a great ball.
Oh. Finally, a forward pass. Believe it or not, a forward pass goes through, and we get something. Let's move that monitor. Oh, and it's back to the halfway line we go. You can't make it up, man.
You probably wondered how I ended up here.
Yeah. It's not when you're not.
Thanks,
it's not a dangerous league. It's not attacking. Like, oh my god, Dyer is absolutely tragic, man. How is he getting in an England squad still? I think that's one of the things as well. I always think that Southgate's too much Mr. Nice, and he tries to be everyone's pals. Like, there's players that are in there because they're loyal and whatnot, and it's just like, nah, Dyer shouldn't be in the squad. Pickford shouldn't be getting near a squad. What was the point in that? Can we watch Scotland? Have we got a Scotland game to watch or something?
No, they were already lost earlier, 1-0.
Oh, great.
That's what Harry Kane, honestly, man.
Go on, Grealish, ball in again. Mason Mount.
I mean, you get a goal before the half ends, and then I mean, it's all there for the taking again. But you can't imagine England will come back with just 45 minutes. If they don't score a goal, that is.
Yeah. But that's it. Belgium aren't even really pressing forward and committing too many bodies forward because they can just chill now. They can just sit back and.
Because you said chill doing. Now as Chilwell was on the screen, and my mind instantly read Chilwell.
Had to update that. Completely forgot. Oh, and Chilwell's down.
I hope not. He's in my fantasy team. This is all I need. Another one.
And another one. Oh yeah, what you got today? Some chocolate digestives? Yeah, he's
they're
he
so they are.
He doesn't want to crunch.
Yeah. I know. I turned the mic off.
Oh,
they're the chocolate hazelnut ones. They're purple.
Oh, the VIBs. Yeah. Gang
They're good, man.
Players. Yeah.
I told you, I don't mess about.
Lukaku looks massive, man. I'll tell you what I am going to do. Just 1 second.
Post Euro, who would you want to take? Who do you think would do well with England, with the England players we've got?
With the players we've got.
And this is post Euro before anyone thinks this is a conversation about getting Southgate out. I'm thinking post Euro.
Post Euro. And do they have? Well, the thing is, post Euro, people could be in and out of jobs. So I'd like to see. I don't know. I always say Sean Dyche, but I think I don't know if he'd work well with the type of players we've got. Obviously, everyone says Eddie Howe. I'm not.
No way.
I'm not sold on that. I'd like someone with experience. I don't.
The problem is with England, we always get people who are experienced, but probably
used to be good,
not versed in the new way of the game.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs in effect. I've always liked the thought of Brendan Rodgers, but I think he's trying to build his career first.
Yeah. So this is what I came on Twitter for. Trending worldwide, number 1, Jordan Pickford.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'm just going to have a look. It's going to... Jordan Pickford hasn't kept a clean sheet since September the 13th and has conceded 2 or more goals in his last 4 games.
And he had a week off.
And yeah, this is exactly what I was saying earlier. Jordan Pickford giving it the calm down, like he isn't the one making everybody nervous.
Do you think he doesn't believe he's the problem? Even at Everton?
Yeah, I do. I do think he believes that he's not the problem. He has that air about him that he's...
That the players around him are letting him down.
Anything else? No.
Now Chilwell's gone off. Can we talk about the ongoing injuries to players all across the world? But let's talk predominantly about the Premier League. It is getting ridiculous.
Why, when the season is as truncated as it is and everyone's squished together and we've got games every other week, why are we still playing friendlies and international tournaments during a pandemic? It's absolutely stupid, man. It's
more dangerous. We're travelling to other countries.
Yeah, and not even that. Because of this, we've now got players playing, like, because they're having to rush the games and whatnot. Don't forget that the last season only finished like 2 or 3 months ago. Like, nobody really got a break. So everyone's come straight from that season into this season. We've got internationals. We've got... It's ridiculous, man. The Nations League and friendlies shouldn't have been going on. Especially, do you see one of the Ireland players got
COVID
for Corona during the England game? Like, what's the point? Why are we doing that? Yeah, Southgate literally. What did I say about this, Ed? I moaned about this the other day when Southgate said no one is challenging Pickford at the moment. Like that's such a I'm standing by my man statement, and it's such a lie. Literally any English goalkeeper is doing better at the minute. Tyrone Mings is getting a little bit of slack on Twitter as well.
He's not played well, to be fair. His passing's been suspect.
Yeah, but everyone has, man, to be fair. Like, you look at Dyer, how many times he's misplaced the ball.
As we say that, Declan Rice misplaced the ball.
And I said this before, and obviously Alex and Gav are Arsenal fans, and they said that it's not his natural position.
What about Saka?
We literally have a whole country of footballers to pick a left back from, right? And we're playing Saka at left back. Like, you telling me we didn't have any? There's no one else. No one else is available to play left back. No one.
Okay, I agree with you. I'll be devil's advocate for that. But then, by that logic, you don't think Jude Bellingham should be in the England squad? but the left backs you're thinking of are probably all going to be academy under 21 prospects. Surely that's the exact same logic. You don't want them in the team.
I don't want Bellingham in the team.
I mean, yeah, Bellingham, he shouldn't be in the team because we've got an abundance of right backs. If Jude Bellingham played left back, would you maybe consider it?
But Bellingham's a winger. Bellingham's like a winger and a striker. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't. This is the problem. Why are we even playing people like Saka? Why are they even playing defense? Like, what is he doing? And Pickford still the ball's going wide, and Pickford still has me worried there. Like, but yeah, honestly, you telling me? Are you telling me seriously and honestly that there's not another left back? Brandon Williams. Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, I'd rather a left back than a winger playing left back. Like,
oh, I thought Kane was through then. Sorry, camera angle and that. I think that with the players we've got, with the young players we've got coming through, the best formation for us is a 4-3-3. It's knockout football. 100%. What have we got to lose? We're not playing a 38-game season. We just need to turn up and win. Even if we win 3-2, 4-3, 4-2, 3-1. Accept the fact you're going to concede goals because we're playing an abundance of players out of position to close the gap. But then our front line is suffering.
I was going to say, because we've got Kane who isn't blessed with pace, right? Grealish and Mount aren't slow, but again, they're not blessed with pace either. They're more like attacking midfielders or in behind the strikers sort of players. Like they aren't supporting wide men. Like you don't. When we break, no one's got the pace to get in behind. And that is why Kane is dropping so deep to have to come and collect the ball because there's no other options. Tragic first half performance, to be honest. I don't really see any positives from this first half. Saka just got absolutely mullered by Mounier. Ed, any positives from this half for you?
Sorry?
Before old man misery over here ruins it for everyone.
Are you on about you?
Yeah.
The thing is, what I think we need to do, we're not going to do. We need to change the formation. We need to bring on much faster players.
On,
we cannot win this game. We cannot. What'd you say? I thought you said we got any points.
No, I said any positives from that half.
Oh. Harry Kane's attempt on goal.
I was going to say, don't politic it and try and deflect it.
Yeah, exactly. Harry Kane's attempt on goal, maybe.
All right, there's a positive for the first half. Axel Witsel now has to play 45 minutes on a yellow. And he misses the next match. There we go. That's the only positive from this half. A nice ball into Mount into Kane. Kane from a tight angle. Comes inside, straight at Courtois.
Oh, did well, though.
He does look like he's a frustrated figure. Like, he's having to do everything on his own. Good save. But yeah, he's having to do everything on his own. Right now, I literally... A can of Coke for anyone in the chat when this Trippier doesn't meet an England player. This is going to land on a red shirt straight away. Can of Coke for everyone. Mason Mount. Mount's had a pretty poor game as well.
He has. Did he realise how far off the goal he was? Not the shot. I mean, his position.
Yeah, he's closest to the corner flag.
Yeah.
Oof.
This is disappointing.
I'm literally like kind of lost for words just watching that little phase of play there, and it's just like there's nothing. There's literally nothing. 2 minutes. Don't even play the 2 minutes of added on. Just get everyone in. Just get everyone in the dressing room, man. Absolutely tragic. Honestly, right, and it's not because we're losing 2-0. It's the way we're playing. It's the way we're losing. This is absolutely just. There's nothing. There's no desire. Nobody looks like
It's
they
not
want to win the
inspiring.
game.
There's no idea. Like that
No,
Tyrone
there's
Mings
nothing.
pass then was just like, I'm going to see try this.
But like, nobody wants to win this game. Nobody looks like they're bothered that we're 2-0 down. And again, this is what I was saying earlier. Like Southgate's too nice. He'll come out after this, but oh well, it's good for Mason Mount to get a run around. And Mason Mount was good. And basically, Mason Mount was Mason Mount today. And all we can ask is that Mason Mount keeps Mason mounting. And by the time we get to the Euros, that'll be Southgate's presser. I promise you. How is Vertonghen literally doing a roulette round 2 England players? I'm done, man. I'm off.
Oh man,
that is disrespectful.
I got Kane back here defending.
Oh no, Kane is literally playing left wing back. I honestly like. I said before the game, I thought Belgium looked too strong, but to just roll over like this, yeah, Russ, you're right. It's hard to watch. It really, really is hard to watch. But like I said before the start of the game, right? What do you expect when you are playing a defensive 7? Like what? Like it's all well and good while you're 0-0 and you're trying to keep tight and maybe hit people on the break. One, how are you going to hit people on the counter attack when you've got a front 3 that are like 3 of the slowest players that England have to offer in Grealish, Mount, and Kane?
Offside.
And now we're 2-0 down, and we've literally got a defensive. We might as well be having Diego Simeone in charge of how defensive we set out. What's the point?
Well, that's half time. Could I just say that the problem is you've got players like Jack Grealish, who's finally been started in a quote unquote big game, and he's just reflecting poorly on him because of the tactics we're playing. I mean, what's the point of bringing Jack Grealish into the fold if you're still going to play the exact same style of football? The reason he wasn't playing in this formation is because he believed he couldn't fit him into it. Now we've speared him in, and it's not working.
Yeah, that's why that'll just be Southgate being like, told you, Grealish can't play. I looked at that team lineup. We looked at that team lineup, and I didn't think it was the right lineup to begin with anyway. Talk about shoehorning players in, right? If you're going to shoehorn anyone in, shoehorn in Calvert-Lewin. Play Kane and Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's on fire, man. Squeeze him in. We needed to win the game. We didn't need to just see the game out. We need to win it. Play two strikers. And I know, obviously, last time when we had the England discussion, and I said about 4-4-2, and you don't want to go backwards. And I understand not going backwards, but at the same time, playing 2 up top today would have been the go-to. Because I honestly don't see what we've benefited from playing the formation that we've played. Honestly, right, Ed, sum up that half. Pros and cons for England.
I think Liverpool. God, I was thinking about better days. I think England. They actually started the game offensively quite well. The first opening 10 minutes, I didn't see much of a problem. But that first goal, I mean, I don't know who you want to blame. Pickford probably should have done better, but in Pickford's defence on that one, I don't even think he should have been put in that position. As soon as that first goal went in, our heads dropped. Yeah. That free kick they scored should not have been a free kick. But the way they dealt with that free kick was poor. It was horrendous. Yeah. The wall didn't jump. Pickford's about 3 meters away from the right side of the post.
Yeah, it's just
it leaves you speechless because I can only think of the goals we conceded. I can't think of anything we've done.
No, that's what I mean. There's nothing, and it is one of those. It's just that was a chore to watch. And like I said before kickoff, this the League Cup of European competition? And even in the League Cup, man, it's like
League Cup plays good football, man.
Or the Emirates Cup, or any pre-season. It's a pre-season trophy involving national teams.
Yeah, if this competition was a personality, it'd be Andy Murray. Honestly, it is horrendous.
100%. It's just like an absolute wet fart. Absolute wet fart. That's what it's been. But that's the thing. Like, I can't. There's not even much to talk about. Like, England have been that bad that we don't just want to carry on hammering them for the whole time and just saying like England was shit. Like, but that's basically it. There isn't much more to say. Defensively, not been great. Creatively, they haven't really created much. Kane is looking frustrated. He's cutting a frustrated figure. He's having to drop back and do a lot himself. But then when he gets the ball, there's no one to. He hasn't even got like he's got Spurs. He's got Son. When he comes deep and he turns and plays a ball through, he's got someone with pace to get through. He doesn't have that. It's just nothing. I'm gonna have a look at some other scores so we can just distract ourselves for a second. Let's have a look at some other scores. Italy are 1-0 up against Poland. Jorginho penalty. Denmark, Christian Eriksen penalty, 1-0. The Czech Republic are beating Israel 1-0 with Darida scoring. Hungary, Serbia is 1-0. I'm not even going to pronounce those names. Moldova 0, Greece 2. Not going to pronounce those names. And that's it. That is everything else is 0-0. Including Austria, Northern Ireland. Yeah, so another 2 goals past Jordan Pickford.
Not going well, overpaid. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's the players. They're playing a very uninspiring formation. The passion isn't there from the fans. The passion doesn't seem to be there from the players. But should it be? You're playing a formation which states we are a worse team than you because you play solely defensive. And we're not doing. Maybe you can get away with it when you say we're playing, in theory, the best team in the world. But we do it to everyone, and we don't have the players that suit that. If we had a poor squad, and we had no one to bring on from the bench, this is the best you could do. But we have an abundance of quality which we're not using.
Yeah. Like honestly, I feel like not like too much respect, but it's almost like we've just come into this and been like, oh my God, it's Belgium. Oh my God. But some of these lads are literally like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm playing up against Kevin De Bruyne. Like it literally tell him when to get paid. It's nothing to do with wages, man, because the England players pretty much, I'm pretty sure all of them donate their FA pay to charities and stuff. Like no one actually takes their England money. It's not necessarily the players. These are good players. They're the best in the some of them are the best in the country. That's why they've been picked. But like Ed said, that like the management and the direction hasn't been good enough. It hasn't been good enough for a while. Now this is never ever a foul.
I agree that they're not performing. I agree with they're not performing, but the reason they're not performing is because they're not being played to their strengths. You got to think, you play something week in, week out with your club, and then you get forced in for a 2-week period with a load of lads you hardly play with, playing a formation none of you are used to. Literally, none of these play for top offensive teams, and they play relegation style football.
Oh, Tyrone Mings in the middle of the wall doesn't even jump, man.
Look at Pickford's position there.
Even jump.
Yeah, agree.
Talk about it.
But look how far on the right side he is.
Oh, it's fucking scandalous. He's only going to shoot into one place. He's only going one way, Pickford. It's only going to end up in one position. Fuck. I don't know what's sadder, me or Ashley Cole's hairline. I nearly called him Ashley Young. Jesus.
Ashley Young. He's far from
England,
that.
you are frying. Gareth Southgate, you are frying my brain.
Okay, but you said I think Southgate deserves the Euro. Still stand by that. But do you think when these players who have the likes of Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, Jose Mourinho, week in, week out, and then they come to 2 weeks and they get managed by Gareth Southgate, do you think they subconsciously or think to themselves,
switch off? Oh,
he's not that level? Do you know what I mean? They must clearly notice the difference. And then you probably just stop listening. Like I've learned a lot more from...
because like you said, right? When you've got your club manager, say Liverpool, for example, say you've got like Gomez or any Liverpool player, right? Klopp for the last 3-4 years has been drilling into your high press. We play like this. We play this style of football. We pass out from the back. We do this. We do that. Right. That is your bread and butter. That's your club football. That's who pay your wages. That you play week in, week out. When you come to national duty and Southgate goes, right, don't worry about the high press and don't worry about doing that. I want you to do this. Mate, you're playing 2 games for Southgate in months. Like, who are you going to be worried about listening to? You coach, or like it's shouldn't be that way, but I would suggest you're right that when you get to say international training and whatnot, it's just. Plus, again, I'm going to say I don't see Southgate's coaching credentials. He's got there off of the back of he's Gareth Southgate. Like, he hasn't. Look at the.
He was needed. He was needed at the time.
Yeah, but look at the football teams he's managed. He's been dross. He's almost got. Didn't he get Middlesbrough relegated? Like, he's been awful. He's not there on coaching merit or tactical merit. That's for sure. So it's not a surprise to me, really.
2-1. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad shout because you expect England to come out, but they certainly have to come out playing better than they did in the first half. But is Southgate the type of person to really drill into these players? He doesn't give off that personality.
No, that's what I said at the start of the game. He's too nice. There's no way he's in there going, what is that? We get out there, show me you want to play for your country, show me some desire. He'll be in there going, well done, Mason. Well done, you've been all right. Oh, watch the waistcoat. Well done, Mason. Like there's no way he's ripping people in there at all. But it just does my head in, man. Right, well,
I don't think so. It's unrelated to the Euro. I mean, we were already qualified for the Euros. We're not in the Nations League for Euro qualification. We're in the Nations League because Southgate wants to win a trophy. Southgate wants this. I think the only person who wants to be there right now is Gareth Southgate.
Yeah. Do you know what, as well though? I think if we don't get that far, I think that Southgate will just bounce as well. If we have a bad Euros, I think he's the kind of player that will just bounce. What sub should come on? What we got?
You need pace now. We need pace now. If it was 0-0, I'd stick with what we got, but it's not. We need to bring on the likes of Sancho who are going to run behind him. Yeah, Grealish stays on. He's played well. Kane obviously stays on. Yeah. I'd take Declan Rice off and just stick with one CDM in Henderson. Henderson's a much better player. He plays at high level constantly. Declan Rice needs to come us off.
There's nothing to defend.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Right. So I'll look at the bench. I'll tell you what. No, I don't even need to look at the bench. I'm saying
you're losing attacking quality by playing Declan Rice.
Yeah, Mount comes off for Sancho, and I would get Phil Foden on for Declan Rice. Play a diamond. Get some forward momentum, get some forward passing, stop being so defensive. How are we that defensive in a game we're losing 2-0? Human. And do you know what? Yeah, like I was saying earlier about how I don't like how international football doesn't upset me anymore. Like, I'm honestly like, I'm not even upset or anything. I'm just like, this is going to sound like I'm your parent. I'm not upset. Like, I'm just disappointed. Like,
you sound exactly like my parents.
I said to you coming into this game, I said, it's Belgium all over it. Like, but just seeing the way we've come out and just rolled over, man. Rolled over. Yeah, hopefully the second half gets better. It can't really get much worse, can it? Here's hoping. Let's see. Have they made any subs? No. Doesn't look like I've made any subs. Well, this is why I just want the Premier League back, man. When is the Prem back? Next week? Next Saturday? Ed.
Sorry.
Is Premier League next Saturday?
Premier League next Saturday. We've got big games coming up. We've got Man City versus Tottenham. We have Liverpool versus Leicester. So expect the top of the table to switch up next week. Manchester United have got West Brom on the Saturday. There's some good fixtures coming up.
Is that all
And I
on the one
expect
Saturday?
No, originally it was all on the one Saturday, but due to box office being taken down, it is Man City, Tottenham, Man United, West Brom on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday it's Leeds, Arsenal, and Liverpool, Leicester. So that'll be cracking. I think we're planning on doing a live stream for the
I was
half
just
five
about to say,
kickoff. We're doing Man City, Tottenham, and then we're going to do Man United, West Brom. And then so it gives us a break in the morning, and then Sunday afternoon we're going to do Leeds, Arsenal, Leicester, Liverpool. It'd be interesting to see how a lot of these players come back from the international break and how many are going to be fit.
But this is what I'm talking about, man. Like at the minute,
you've got to be feeling quite good. Not many Man United players are playing. I know Maguire has, but
last night we had Bruno and Pogba and Martial and.
Well, to be fair, that was quite a statement by me. I was just
We're not
thinking
of
the English talent.
Call up anymore. No changes by the looks of it. Great. Oh, Harry Winks, fucking marvelous! Wow, that is. I can only imagine that's Winks for Declan Rice to try and be a bit more attacking without being suicidal.
But you're still playing him in the same position.
That's so boring. That is so boring. That is the most Southgate substitution I've ever fucking seen in my life.
But he's probably hoping for a 2-0 now. Or a 2-1, and it would look like a... Really, for fuck's sake, we are fucked.
Yeah, sentiments shared by us as well.
I want to give you a silver lining, mate. But the thing is, I've backed Gareth to keep his job till the Euros, but his decisions are really questionable.
That is
really questionable. Man. You can't back
for Henderson. For Henderson.
Henderson's played well. Oh man.
That is peak. That is peak Southgate. Peak Southgate.
Henderson.
That
was the midfielder we needed to keep on.
Of all the attacking changes we were talking about at half time, get Mount on, get Sancho on, Harry fucking Winks.
Well, this is where he earns his money, so hopefully we're reaching our words by the end of the game.
You could bring on fucking Harry Potter right now, and it wouldn't be the magic that we need to win this game. Jesus.
Should have swapped for Pickford. Yeah, boy.
Mate, we're 2-0 down. Let's play rush keepers, man. Let's just get someone else.
Baz Matty's still on. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me. Baz Matty should be nowhere near this team. Honestly, I've tried to see what people see in Declan Rice, and I just can't.
He shouldn't be playing for this country. Not that isn't that sounded racial. He's not good enough to play for England. Like he should have played for Ireland.
No, I agree.
Like they could have built a team around him, man. He could have been like their linchpin, but he's just so bleh. No, do you know what? Yeah, honestly, we've been saying it all stream. It's actually mind-bending, right? That we have Sterling, Kane, Sancho, Rashford, Calvert-Lewin, Grealish, Mount. Put him in there for a little bit, but like the attacking and exciting young players we have, and this is the style of football we're playing. This is
we build our team around the wrong players. That's the problem. It's like
around aging players, man. It's so frustrating. Like
Luke, appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Appreciate you being in the chat talking to us as well, mate. It's just, I mean, it keeps this entertaining.
Yeah, well, the game isn't, is it? Like, how often are England like we?
Is that a fat De Bruyne? Is that a fat De Bruyne?
No fucking chance.
No fucking chance. Is that your channel? No fucking chance.
Yeah. Yeah, like, honestly, it's soul destroying because obviously English football holds this for whatever reason, this air and this grace that like English football is the pinnacle and like any young English talent is the best in the world because they're young and English. But it's like, is this really it? Is this really the exciting young English talent and football we've got? playing a 7. Like, look at Kyle Walker just giving the ball away there. Seasoned professional.
But even
wanna...
goalkeepers like Nick Pope he's got so much Premier League experience and in a solid defensive unit. If you want to play someone who's used to such a defensive unit, you'd go for Nick Pope if you were going to play this formation. Dean Henderson is such an exciting goalkeeping prospect. Like we have exciting players even in defence, but we don't play them. Declan Rice, no way. I won't have it. I've tried listening to West Ham fans for years now, going, you know what? Maybe I don't watch enough West Ham football. Maybe I'm ignorant, but he's not good enough.
Now, also, I don't know necessarily about injuries and stuff and what's going on. Let me check the bench just in case. Right, I'm telling you now. And if anyone even tries and tell me it's because of passing, you haven't watched the first 45 minutes. How has Eric Dyer started at centre back over an actual centre back in Michael Keane? I actually like Michael Keane.
Well, I still like him certainly more than.
How was Dyer like? Dyer's the only reason he could be in there is because it's like, oh, okay, well, he passes. His passing today has been absolutely woeful.
Players like Jordan Pickford and, let me just say, for example, Mason Mount. When Gareth Southgate was under-21s manager, were they part of his team?
I believe so. Mount definitely was. But that's it, innit? Like I said, he's too loyal to certain players, and that they shouldn't be getting into the squad because of quality. Like Winks, what is that? Harry Winks. Like there is some players in this generation of football, right? You know, we were talking about the other day about that golden generation of Lampard, Rio. Do you think Harry Winks would have got an England cap in a friendly during that generation? It's embarrassing, man. People are just getting call-ups for literally the sake of getting call-ups now. I swear to God.
Too many mistakes shouldn't really happen.
Oh, my God.
The thing is, we look exactly the same as when we started off.
Wayne Rooney would get into this midfield. He would get into this midfield.
He would.
And
but we shouldn't be needing to say that. We're not legit calling him to come back, but it's so poor. You've got to think, what have we sacrificed to attain this? But the last Nations League game we played was a 1-0 loss to Denmark. And how poor were we in that game by that one Mason Mount effort?
And what was the friendly? The friendly before that, was it Iceland?
No. We beat Iceland to get match days. No, we had a friendly, didn't we, where we played the likes of Grealish and that again.
We beat Ireland midweek. Bleh. Beat Wales in a friendly again.
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah, drew 0-0 with Denmark. Beat Iceland 1-0. Look at our group, man.
Yeah, but the problem is we don't have the. Oh, that's definitely a foul. That's a yellow card.
But you got booking points, have you?
No, I don't have booking points. But look at that. That was an horrendous challenge. Not like in terms of dangerous, but in terms of that was cynical. Rooney and Beckham must be laughing though. It's poor boys. There's times where I've been impressed with England's football. Not tonight. But I think we've shown promising aspects in a lot of games, but we never dedicate to him. Whatever's positive about England's football, we just push to the back.
Watch Courtois stand in the middle of his goal.
Surprised Pickford ain't taking
Actually, saying that, Courtois 6'8", he can afford to stand a few more meters over. Like
Courtois, I'll tell you what, Courtois was someone I thought because he was very good at the start of his Chelsea career, and then he was in really bad form for about a year and a half, 2 years for Chelsea. And when he went to Madrid, I couldn't believe it. I thought there's much better goalkeepers out there Real Madrid could go for, and he's been really good. He's been really good for Real Madrid. The problem is with Real Madrid, the rest of the team isn't playing well.
Yeah. Mason Mount
by the looks of it.
Oh my fucking God. Look at Southgate still clapping the cunt. This honestly. My head is going to spin off my shoulders and just take off through the roof like a cartoon in a minute.
Oh, man.
Literally, right? Who was that just won the ball there? And their first thought was to turn around and play it back to the halfway line. And they played it out of play. I think it was Dyer again. We
look no different. We've took off Jordan Henderson and brought, which from a Liverpool aspect, I'm happy about. We've took off Jordan Henderson and brought on a worse player to fill his role.
Look at Harry Kane is about to put a cross into the box. Like, why isn't he in the box?
Because he doesn't trust people to get the ball to him.
Kane needs to chill, man. That lucky threw an elbow then. That looked like he threw an elbow.
Yeah, but only if the pub was open. This is boring. Oh no, you're just gonna have to get your drink elsewhere, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a good shout.
But to be fair, this is one of them. Oh, that's a penalty.
No, it's on
free
the
kick
box.
Again. That's another yellow card. But the thing is, this is one of them games. If it was on in the pub, you'd just be talking to your mates, and you'd only have a look when something like this would have happened. Like, oh, is that a penalty? Oh no, it's not. Let's keep talking about who knows what.
Yeah, exactly. You'd look up when you hear the commentators getting a bit more animated.
Yeah, you wouldn't watch this game. I'm gonna need a stronger drink.
Depends what you've got.
Well, you definitely have a stronger drink than me.
But you still got some of your Guinness Zeros, haven't you?
I've still got my Guinness Zeros. I'm just saving them to Christmas in case they don't.
Them, yeah.
Well, it's not just that. Yeah, a bit, but I don't want them to be no Guinnesses around Christmas. Like, I want to know that they're definitely going to bring out a new batch.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, pint of vodka, man.
Target. Oh my god. Oh my god. So the wall that blocked our own attacking free kick was our own player Tyrone Mings, and then Saka literally air shots the follow up. We could edit the highlights of this game and play some Benny Hill music behind it.
How did Belgium come out with the ball then? No, so this webcam, guys, is been acting horrendous.
Give me 2 seconds.
It's been a decent spell, this, from England.
I just heard that.
Whoa! Is that Kane injured? Oh, for God's sake. Kane could be injured here, Cotton, if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Jose Mourinho is fuming.
Oh, what's that? Another unnecessary injury in an international game.
He's fine.
Jesus, man.
How's Dries Mertens down?
He'll talk it off. I mean, walk it off.
He certainly won't talk it off.
Martin Tyler, I want some of that good that you are smoking. Did you hear what he just said? 10 minutes into the first half, there's no signal that it's completely done and dusted yet. All right, mate. All right. He's got some of that loud.
Well, no, but to be fair, both times Harry Kane has been the one who's... Because if you're on about these 2 fouls which have led to free kicks, Harry Kane's been pivotal in both of them. I've not had a problem with Harry Kane's performance. I think he's played quite well. But how well could your striker play when he's the one creating all the goals?
No, that's what I mean. Like, there's no like... It's mental, man. Just sub him off. You're 2-0 up, man. Don't even worry about it.
That's true. Harry Kane, the only time he never really plays well is when he's just come back from a long injury, which he always gets. He sometimes takes like 2 or 3 weeks to get back to normal. But once he's in his stride, he's unplayable at times.
Or in September, because was it September or October where there was... Go on, then. Oh, my God. That is absolutely poor. There we are. Kane is in the squad for moments like this because he needs the quality when you get it. It's a goal, and that is straight at the keeper. No power, no nothing.
Commentators curse. We're bigging up Kane, and then he squanders it.
Yeah, innit?
But to be fair, listen, like sometimes they happen. But the problem is, in a game like this, you can't have that.
It has been a slightly better half. Well, better start to the half so far, but that's only because the benchmark was set so low in the first half that it couldn't get any worse. Right, 60 minutes. Surely get another striker on.
We have done at 2 up top. We've done. I think this is our 4th England watch-along. Yeah, we've done England, Iceland, England. Yeah, we've done 4 England watch-alongs since we started. All 4 of them have been bore fests. All of them. It got to the point where every time we're like, oh no, we're not going to do England next time. And I always talk the lads into it. I'm like, nah, we've got to do England. You know what I mean? People who want to watch it. Belgium, it's got to be a cracker. And I always look a mug. I mean, I always want to watch England. Don't get me wrong. The passion's still there as a fan for me. But you never enjoy yourself. It's more of a chore, as Cotton was saying earlier. It's like I have to watch England. But I'd much rather be watching something else.
Yeah.
Like it's Sunday night. I'm looking at the time going, oh, I could have been playing the new card.
Isn't it? Or it's is Heartbeat still on a Sunday?
Heartbeat, yeah.
I used to love Heartbeat. Good old Greengrass.
I'm telling you, yeah, that's it, Luke. Commentators curse. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. But honestly, to say Kane has had a good game, it's like it's like the best of a bad bunch. Like he hasn't had a good game from his standards. Like he's looked better than everyone else.
That was the wrong decision. That was an understatement, Martin. He was through the centre of the box and he cut in left.
I'm a celebrity starts tonight. Yeah. To be fair, I'd rather watch this England performance than I'm a celebrity. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, but maybe we should. Well, I'm an England fan. Get me out of here.
Yeah, innit?
Walker with the checkers.
Get me home safely.
Yeah, exactly. Be better than this. That's the thing. It would. Ant and Deck are banter as well. I'll give them that.
No, they are not.
They are, man. They're the only 2 presenters who make bad jokes funny.
They literally look into the camera every time and go, "Do you get it? Like,
yeah.
Do you get the joke? Like, do you get why it's funny? Ah! Oh, I hate it.
That's why they do it. They're stupid. But no, I won't have that. Ant and Deck are all right, man. They're good lads.
Should have stuck to Barker Grove.
He would have, but he was blind, man.
Oh yeah, DJ and Duncan.
Yeah, what was it? He cannot see, man. I can't see.
Go on then, Jack. Get a ball in. No.
Yeah. Oh, he did well to create the room. Bant and Decker legends. Thank you, Ross. This guy's just a boomer, mate. You can't hack it.
I honestly just see the Ant and Deck from both selector when I see them.
Do you?
Let's see what we can fit up my mum.
No, that's just the diet at Burnley, Luke. Honestly, it's what Sean Dyche hasn't doing.
Sean Dyche gargles gravel, mate.
Yeah, I know. The Burnley way.
You know,
pint of oil.
I can't even... Ross Kemp on gangs.
Ross Kemp on Burnley.
I'd watch that.
I would. We're here at the Royal Dyche. Oh
my god, this is depressing.
I had a really good weekend.
Like me as well. Yeah, so did I actually. Playing some Warzone, playing some COD, playing some FIFA.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
Jeez.
Declan Rice looks like a B-Tech Wolverine, doesn't he? Like X-Men 1 Wolverine. Like you've gone too much to the comic book.
Like really badly cast, yeah.
Yeah. No, he looks like the porn video version, Sex Men. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
what is that?
Why is video?
Why is Trippier gone down like that, please?
That's a good ball.
Was it Trippier?
The problem is you've got Kane there by himself. Kane's hardly got the pace, but he's skilling him. God, tell you what, Belgium, I'd love to give a... Who's injured?
Kieran Trippier, yeah, I thought it was Trippier. He went down like he'd been shot.
Is that another injury? Oh, come on, give it a rest.
Oh, no, he's had a stud in the eye. Stud in the eye.
Get over it.
And
it missed him.
Oh, I hate Southgate so much, I'm not going to lie. Like... He must be saying, look, come on, we can get something. Tally-ho, rally the troops, we can get something from this. Fucking hell. You are getting schooled by Roberto Martinez. Let that sink in. Holding his neck, what?
Gav's the right sucker for missing out on this game.
Jamie Carragher just said that Southgate should be pleased with his second half.
Well, he's right. We've got in more attacking positions, but we ain't done anything with it. Every time we've got an attacking position, we've skied the ball over the crossbar.
I think he has mad.
If we hit the post a couple of times, I'd be with you. We've not even had shots on target because they've gone miles.
He ain't even bleeding. Get up, you pussy hole.
Not his natural game. Well, that just sums up the problem we have at England.
Yeah, innit?
Unless you're plagued with injuries, your national team should not be playing players out of position.
One bit of hair's doing my head.
You've got to be picking the best in that position. Not, okay, don't know if I fancy you. I'm going to stick someone else there. Oh, that explains why it's a ball first. How Liverpool do against Leeds? Liverpool have got Leicester.
Why is Martin Tyler talking mad quiet like someone's died? Like,
Martin Tyler just said Liverpool play Leeds.
I heard him say Leicester, to be fair.
No, he didn't. He said Leeds. I'm literally dissecting what the commentator's saying now. That's why I'm getting my...
Why have they taken that
quickly? No, there's no one there.
Why have they taken that quickly? Why have they taken that quickly?
He did all right, to be fair, but there still wasn't the move to make.
Kane did, but it was the wrong decision.
Yeah, you know, you need to get players forward.
Oh my God, that is fucking... They're being forced back. They're 2-0 up. They're sitting back. They haven't got to do anything. This is it. I'm sorry, yeah, and I know people say this all the time about obviously Sky and stuff. The bias in the commentating is embarrassing. Send him through and he's gone, oh, decent ball, and that was through. Like, honestly, have we had a shot on target?
Yeah, with Kane.
Other than Kane's cleared off the line. Apparently we have, yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. Why have we not made another substitution?
I don't know.
Your game plan isn't working.
Because Southgate is shite.
But the thing is, maybe people can tell me, but we get people get complacent in the fact that Wales we beat 3-0, Ireland we beat 3-0. They're teams you should easily beat. Who cares?
Exactly.
We're way above their level.
Did you hear that? Way above their level. Carragher was like, oh yeah, Kyle Walker plays in that position comfortably for City. Yeah, because he's a right back. That's why he's been playing. Fair enough, he's been playing centre back the last few years, but for the last 10 years, he's been a right back. Oh my God, literally no movement, no one calling for the ball. Look, no one. Diagonal ball. Now Saka's going to do the same thing. Look, no one's calling for nothing. No movement.
It's too easy to defend, man.
And they lose possession. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. The virus. He's out with the virus.
In case you didn't know. Now he's making the substitutions. Okay, now I'm actually excited by these substitutions. I won't lie to you. We've got Jadon Sancho coming on and Calvert-Lewin.
The two subs we called at half-time.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, that's what Ross said. If you were listening.
Yeah, sorry, Ross. But when us, who were sat in our houses as fans, when we're calling these decisions, and then the manager makes it 20 minutes later, you've really got to assess where he's at.
Yeah.
If you can predict it, well, sorry, it's hard to predict what England are going to do, but
listen,
I don't care. I think Harry Kane's had a really good game by that one opportunity.
The thing is, honestly, this term gets thrown around. This term gets thrown around a lot at the minute, but I think this sums up Southgate more than anyone it gets aimed at. PE teacher, mate. Pure PE teacher. Absolutely no idea. All the gear, no idea. Passing has been absolutely woeful. Oh, Jesus, this is dismal, man. Yeah, Harry Winks and his parents. That was it.
Even then, his dad was thinking, God, I hope they don't put Harry on.
Yeah, don't make him a part of this situation, Christ.
Well, Jose Mourinho wouldn't have wanted him playing, put it that way.
Jose Mourinho doesn't want him playing for Tottenham. They are playing Calvert-Lewin out wide as a winger. Hold on. So, Sancho's gone to right wing back, and Calvert-Lewin has gone to out wide on the right where Mount was. I am fucking done. I am done. Jadon Sancho is playing right wing back, and Calvert-Lewin is playing right attacking midfielder.
Jadon Sancho?
Yeah, innit? Don't go chasing
Chasing
waterfalls.
waterfalls.
My favourite R&B singer from the 90s, that was Jason Waterfalls. Big up Jason. Right now, what storm? There hasn't been a storm. Why have they been hyping up this England second half like we've absolutely battered on the door? Have a shot then, Harry. Sancho getting... Mate, Sancho, I'm glad you didn't sign.
Huh?
I said, Sancho, I'm glad you didn't sign. I don't mean it, but I do.
You do.
I'll get my Sancho.
It's a bit hard to judge a man when he's been forced into this team in the last 20 minutes.
Playing right wing back.
Yeah.
No, it won't.
Kane is very composed, man, all the time.
Hit that.
Sometimes
that was handball. It was definitely handball. How is Carragher literally like bumming everything off? Like, Kyle Walker wanted that exact amount of height on it to the back post. Yeah, it was a cross, mate. It was literally a cross. Like, Kevin De Bruyne, even when the camera zoomed out, you can see how pink Kevin De Bruyne gets, man. Witzel's down. Yeah, Grealish has been great, man, all game. Sorry, Ross. Jack is actually playing well, only one bringing the ball forward. He does. The minute he picks up the ball, he wants to attack. He runs with it. He's still...
Grealish and Kane have proved that they can play together, which is a nice thing to see. It's probably the only positive I can take out of this game.
Everyone else has been absolute ridiculously bad.
I don't know what Henderson did to come off, but I'm glad he did come off.
Exactly. This is what I mean. At this point in time, you've got to be like a club fan over a national fan. Like
that looked like a foul to me.
Why didn't you
Kane? What was that?
Fucking ball, man! And then he still overhit the pass. Who was that? Declan Rice. I'd rather have fucking Damien Rice in centre mid singing Cannonball for 90 minutes than have Declan Rice play centre mid for 90 minutes.
That was horrendous.
What, the joke or the pass? Damien Rice Cannonball is a big reference, man. If you know the song, you know the song.
God, it's my webcam. I need to get a new webcam, even though I spent £100 on this one back in the day.
Can you not just turn the autofocus off? Maybe I have to turn the autofocus off.
What, do I just type in camera?
It depends what settings you use for it. Or maybe because there's
or would it be on like would it be like control panel?
It'll be if you've got any software for the webcam, then it'll be that. If
I don't have software for the webcam.
I don't know what to suggest then. Paul Merton. Belgium just toying, passing the ball around the edge of the box. Great ball into Lukaku. Blaze off to Mertens. Lukaku, good save.
Oh.
I say good save. It's pretty much straight at him, so I don't want to give Pickford too much fucking credit. What is that pass from Winks,
that was a good save.
What is that pass? There's so many options and you've hit it straight at the only fucking player in your way. Jesus, man.
I'm yawning
Stop.
watching this
Honestly,
game.
stop bigging up this second half, man. It's been awful. That Hazard back pass is the closest we've got to like a through ball all game. Look at that. No urgency. No urgency. No desire. We've got 13 minutes to get 3 goals to stay in the competition, and we're still literally like passing it around the back as if it was a fucking testimonial.
Oh! That was a very good idea, though.
Oh my God.
I want to break free.
Yeah, me too. How is Lukaku still bundling his way through? Calvert, is that? Oh no, it's Dyer. I thought I saw number 9 on the back of the shirt. I was going to say, is that a striker back there? Jack Grealish, that is dirty. Leave that alone. And then just got wiped out.
But that's what I mean. That was between our the two only positive players. Corner. Jack, that is disgraceful. Ross, tell me about it.
Thanks for
coming.
coming.
And he just gets kicked, and that's not a yellow card. I don't have a bet on or anything. I generally don't, but.
Ah, fucking hell. Like, do you know what? Even in those positions, when we got the ball just on the edge of the box, like, I literally don't have any confidence that it's going to be a half-decent cross or the ball's even going to make it into the box. It's just too easy to defend. And I know you said that earlier as well, but it is too easy to defend. It's so... Everything is so telegraphed what we're going to do. Like, it's so obvious. Who should have been reduced to 10 men? Martin Tyler's chatting so much breeze, man. Oh, here's a nice one. This was at half time as well. Sum up Gareth. It was one of those tweets. Sum up Gareth Southgate in one word. I'm going to read some of the replies while there's nothing else happening.
Okay.
One word isn't enough.
Pathetic. No way.
Shite, shit, clueless, shit, predictable, boring, woeful, shite, shit, brainless, dire, fantastic, scared, spiceless, frightened, defensive. Honestly, I'd say the only redeeming feature from this game, and the only thing I could say was a positive, was watching Jack Grealish play football.
That was shit. Don't even tell me that was good play. Sancho's ball to Walker was so overhit.
Catch in practice. Yeah, like I said, honestly, the only positive from this game is we're watching Jack Grealish play football, man. Do you know, when I said earlier I'm glad we didn't sign Sancho, I didn't mean that we didn't sign him, but like, if he was dipping in performances like this for 100-something mil, then like, not only just because he's English, but playing for United for that sort of fee, like, it would have been a field day, man.
It would have been another one.
Yeah, innit? That's way further away than the camera angle would have you suggest, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's nearly gone out for a corner. That looked like it was going bins, man. We'll have to call the council for that one.
They're going to show the free kick again now.
Yep, go on. Show nobody jump. Show Tyrone Mings centre back not jumping in the wall and the goalkeeper not diving. Dennis Prayet. Prayet. Sounds like a Cockney saying Prayet. If you had to pick, do you know what? I forgot Calvert-Lewin was playing. Belgian or English, if you had to pick a man of the match, who would you go?
Lukaku. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything really this second half because then again, neither has Belgium. But I think Lukaku in that first half, both defensively and offensively, I've got to give it Lukaku. Dries Mertens,
I'd go either Tielemans. I'd go Tielemans, or I'd go maybe.
Nah, look at that then.
Nah, has to be Tielemans or Vertonghen. I'd go with straight out the keeper.
Shout for Jordan Pickford, man of the match.
Yeah, please, yeah. Bullied, absolutely bullied there.
We like that.
There is no balance in defence when you're playing fucking central midfielders at centre back, man. Michael Keane must be on that bench thinking, what? Like, Corona has to strike down the entire population of England before he gets a seat on that plane to the Euros. Like, what
Grealish thought that at one point. Great ball by Grealish.
Yeah, but Grealish has been mad for Villa at the minute. But seriously, if you're a centre back and you're seeing CDMs get ahead of you, like, what's the point?
Oh, Grealish. Oh. Penalty!
Book him. Book him. Book him.
Okay, so just to sum it up, the player who spearheaded into this in a poor formation, Jack Grealish, who he's not wanted to play, who's been reluctant to play for ages, has been one of two players who's played well out of all of his I don't know, love children. Well, how does he answer that? The only good player was Jack Grealish in your system.
Well, who would you say that it wasn't reluctance to play him? Fucking hell. Get the Sancho, were you shooting or crossing there, mate? Yeah, his answer to that would just be, well, I've never not wanted to play Grealish. Yeah, I said Vertonghen or Tielemans for me.
If Lukaku gets a goal, it'll be Lukaku, though.
Yeah, I'm going Vertonghen or Tielemans, just because they've been so tight defensively.
To be fair, if you're asking me what I'm predicting will get man of the match, I agree with you, Vertonghen, because Jamie Carragher and Martin Tyler, who are going to give this, have been creaming over this second half from England. So they'll probably play and say Vertonghen's the reason that we've not scored.
But then Carragher's just said they haven't had a shot on target second half, and they're still bumming it off. I'd say Tielemans. He's been a rock in midfield. He scored a goal. I think I'd go Tielemans. It'll turn into a game of Pong now.
The one at Wembley last month, we got lucky in that. Don't even try, man.
It weren't even a good result, man.
I mean, it was a good result. Of course, it was a good result. It wasn't a good performance. Anytime you win is a good result.
This is like when we beat Sweden in the World Cup, and it was like, So don't get me wrong, I'm buzzing. I'm about to go get on the beers because we're in a World Cup semi, but like,
Yeah, it's crap performance.
Oh, what a pass outside of the foot. Witzel outside of the stadium. It's definitely a pass, Martin Tyler. What are you on about? He looks up and sees Witzel.
Did he think that was a shot?
No, he said it was a slice pass. If that was an English player playing
No.
that pass, Martin Tyler would have been like, cancel the game, stop the count, stop the count.
Stop.
Like, England win. That pass was great. England win.
I love how stop the counts becomes such a meme.
Oh, it's so good. Stop the count, mate. And the fact that they're recounting, and in some of the states where they're recounting, Trump is losing by more, is just chef's kiss.
We all do, man.
Well, that was the best summer that England's ever had in the history of the world. The weather, the World Cup, just everything was vibes. Man.
What weather, pubs, food. My bank
nuts.
account was the only thing bad about that. It was.
Like me and Gav went on it when we were talking about this the other week, man. We easily both spent like $1,000 that summer. 3 games a day, £5 a pint, a month of football. It was just crazy, man. It was just nuts having 3 pints of dark fruits on a Tuesday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon because it's like, well, there's a game on.
Yeah, exactly.
there's a game of football on. Like, Southgate is such a waste, man. Do you know Southgate is that teacher at school? Yeah, he's that teacher at school that he's like the PE teacher, but then he tries to be mad cool and down with the year 11s that play football and stuff, and like hangs out with them outside of school and like bumps into them in the club.
Hangs out with them outside of school.
Yeah, when the kids are going to like pubs and shit with fake IDs, and he'll see him in there and like, Mr. Southgate, no, don't worry, Mr. Southgate, sound with it. He's sound with it. He's all right. He's all right. He won't blag.
Fuck, man.
I'd like a complete blowout now, rather than watching this shite.
Roberto Martinez winning that FA Cup with Wigan has been the saving grace of his career. Because without that, there's no way he would have got the Belgium job. Because he did have Premier League experience. He was at Everton, wasn't he? He was.
Yeah. Well,
but he wasn't good at Everton.
That's a joke, man. Get this game done.
Oh yeah, Henry used to be a coach there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was assistant. I swear to God, if I see anything more than 2 minutes added on, I am throwing a fucking fit.
Nearly.
I love how it went in slow motion when I did that as well, so it looked mad dramatic.
Yeah.
Like,
it's Jeff Hardy! You know you want me. What's the edge music?
Look at him looking at me.
Like, yeah, I know.
Honesty! I see clearly.
That's it, yeah.
Everything has come to light. Look at the cat. Like, he's so sick of this game as well.
Do you know Edge is an actor now?
Hey, he's back in wrestling, mate.
Well, no, because I love Vikings. I was watching an episode of Vikings and I was like,
yeah, he was in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, he's still in it.
I saw that in. So basically, even though he had triple neck fusion surgery, which is literally like he's.
Yeah, I know. He should have been retired.
Yeah, he came back, and he's one of the documentaries.
He came back for a Royal Rumble, didn't he? Because I see it on YouTube.
Yeah, man, and WrestleMania. But he's out again now because he's injured. But yeah, in the documentary was him being in Vikings. Do you want to know a little secret?
What?
I'll tell you in a second, actually, because I don't want to fuck my shit. But in my head, all I've got is the Edge music. Well, to be fair, I was watching that quick little side note because this game is shit. But I don't know why it took me forever to get around to watch it. But I started watching that documentary about the Undertaker's like finally letting cameras follow him, and it's like his last year.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet. I actually want to watch that.
Oh man, I'm so like I'll put it off, and Jesus Christ. Someone in the village. He
puts his body through hell, doesn't he?
Someone in the village was chopping onions for that whole day, I swear, man.
I really want to watch that. It looks really interesting to me. But you did tell me he's like a proper Trump
Oh, he's very MAGA, man. He's very MAGA. Like
Yeah.
every like interview when he sat down, he's wearing like a thin blue line t-shirt and like support the troops and all that shit. But I mean, like that was always the case, man.
Yeah, but that's good press.
He's a big white ginger from Texas. Like, of course he's like that.
No, I watched there's like a 10-minute thing on YouTube and I watched it. So it made me want to watch the whole thing.
This has been abysmal, man. This has honestly been one of the hardest watches of football I've ever had. Fucking hell. Right, so I think I might be safe to say this now. Let me get a beer.
What?
Hold on. Penalty to Denmark.
Hey, it's me on your story.
There we go. Yep. So I can tell you what I was about to tell you. So on the 60-minute mark, for a 65th minute when it was all kicking off, your boy invested heavily in under 2.5 goals at just over even money.
How much did you put on?
50 quid.
And you won 100 quid?
110.
Oh, yeah, of course you did, because you got the... Well, congratulations.
Well, we weren't going to score. They weren't going to score. I did my heart was in my arsehole when Lukaku took that shot. But, well, we had such an incredible watch-along for the Scotland game. To come back to earth with that was a bit...
Well, we said this. We said this is exactly what happens. But they're having a catch-up.
Alderweireld's been like, lol, your manager's a joke, mate. Right, hold on. So, Ross, roll on the Euros, yeah? I'm sorry. This is what, when we talk about England privilege and how everyone gets sucked off because they're English, yeah? We are fucking joint favourites going into the Euros. Joint favourites to win the competition. How embarrassing is that? We're joint favourites. Like, fuck off, are we?
Because they know a load of English fans will be riding high off the World Cup still who don't watch it and bet on it.
Just slap a load of money on it, yeah.
Well, no, they know that the English fans will bet on it, especially if you're using predominantly English betting companies. It's smart. If you're only based in England and you're a betting company, of course you'd put that on.
Honestly, like
Ross, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching along with us. It's been a real hard watch. I'm not gonna lie. Like there has been times when we've literally had nothing to say because it's just been.
It's not. It's Sunday night. You just feel like, oh god. Well, my weekend ended on a bit of a low point.
Yeah, that was literally just. It was draining to watch. Hold on. I'm going to put my commentary back on because I'm quite interested to hear what they make of this. So if we're quiet for a minute, I just want to hear what they're saying and we'll relay it. All they're talking about is Grealish. All Redknapp's talking about is Grealish.
Yeah, because he's not messy. Like,
what a joke!
And that puts England on 7 points.
Well, England-Iceland's going to be a fucking amazing game on...
When is it?
Tuesday, Wednesday?
I won't be doing a watch along for that.
Sorry, everyone. That was absolute shite. Wednesday night. Can't wait.
Would you be happy to do a little rant on what you think about England? Because I'm thinking about getting a little highlight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've just done it for fucking 2.5 hours, but yeah, I'll go.
I know, but I don't want to go through all this again. Like editing the Scotland one was a ton of fun. This one, no. I don't want to watch us talk about this again.
Absolute I'll close that down now. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I'll see the press.
Cotton, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and I
Okay.
want you God honest truth.
God honest truth. Okay.
Where will England finish in the Euros?
They'll
And
get out
why?
of the group just. They'll get out of the group just. They'll still make it hard for themselves. They'll get out of the group, and then we'll get knocked out first knockout round. And why? Because we've had extra time because of COVID and it being moved the year. We've had extra time to sort out the right tactics, the right players, the right systems, the players that are in form now as opposed to last year, and we're still not getting it right. I don't want to talk about friendlies against Ireland. I don't want to talk about friendlies against Wales. Absolutely pointless. It's like Joshua knocking out me and then going to fight Tyson Fury and be like, well, I knocked out this guy the other week. Like, it's absolutely nothing. Don't even bring it into the equation. Tactically, we've said it before. Everyone takes the piss out of how many right backs we play, X, Y, Z. Every single game, we are just so. This is coming from the most pessimistic man in the world. But every single game, we're just set up so pessimistically. We'd rather not lose than try and win the game. Everything is so defensive. We're playing 5 at the. It's not even 3 at the back. Don't get it twisted with this 3 at the back because that makes it sound exciting and expansive. It's not. It's 5 at the back with 2 holding midfielders. It's 7 defensive players. And then when we do finally get the ball, there's no out ball to someone pacey in behind and like trying to make something happen. It's nothing. We get the ball, we win it back, we break down play, it goes sideways, it goes to the halfway line, it goes back to the centre back, it goes back out wide, it goes to the halfway line, it goes back. It's nonsense. We've got the players, we haven't got the system, we haven't got the manager, we haven't got the football. England don't get past the first knockout stage.
Okay. A lot of people will be saying, like most fans, that there's usually a witch hunt after some kind of performance like we've seen tonight. You've not believed Southgate is the man. You have done a podcast with Gav and Alex regarding the subject.
Yep.
Give me your thoughts on Southgate as England manager, why he's England manager, and how well has he done as England manager?
Gareth Southgate is England manager because at the time Sam Allardyce got caught talking about bungs and drinking a pint of wine. The FA looked, he did. That was it. And then the FA looked like an absolute. They looked ridiculous because they've just hired this guy. He's had 1 game and he's out. The FA itself has a really bad public image at the minute. Racism scandals, sexism scandals, X, Y, Z. So here comes poster boy, man of the people, geezer through the system. He's played for England. He's coached the youth. So it was just like a romantic decision. It was kind of the safest thing to do after Big Sam got chucked. We've said before again, countless times, what are Southgate's managerial credentials? He hasn't got great ones. He was relegated with Middlesbrough, I believe. I believe. I'm pretty sure he was. I just can't remember. But he's not had a great time.
He did. No, he did.
And just gets handed the England job, because it's good PR. Let's again going back to the World Cup. We've said this 1,000 times. Yeah, we got to the semi-finals of the World Cup. We had Panama, Captain Morgan's, and Bacardi in the group stage. Like Harry Kane finished that World Cup top goal scorer because of how easy our opponents in the group stage were. That World Cup, we had we had 2 decent teams we came up against, and we lost 3 times to 2 decent teams, right? We lost to Belgium in the group stage in a game that it looked like both teams were trying to throw it because no one wanted to go through top. We lost to Croatia. Wrighton was on the wall straight away as soon as we scored. The tactics were wrong. The changes weren't made during the game to change the game plan and adapt to how Croatia were playing. And then in the playoff, we lost to Belgium again. That honestly, that World Cup run, wonderful for the country, was absolute hype, wonderful time to be alive. The summer was amazing. The weather was amazing. It was beers all day, every day. Mate, look at who we played in that World Cup. What was the group? Panama. I honestly can't even remember. Panama.
Costa Rica.
Panama and Costa Rica, man. Like
It might not have even. The
bag,
fact that we don't remember one of the greatest
exactly.
summers of our lives says it all.
Me and you bag against Costa Rica and Panama, right? Then who did we have in knockout games? Colombia. Okay, don't get me wrong. Colombia were half decent. That's not okay. We beat Colombia. Then Sweden, Sweden was.
They were in good form, but we're still a better team on paper. They're not the Sweden of Ibrahimovic.
Sweden should have been a given. And then we come up against Croatia, and literally, we scored from a set piece. We scored from a free kick. But then the rest of the game, like the football was really bad. If you actually go back and rewatch it, which I did recently to myself, which was horrible, go back and watch the games of the World Cup. Even the Sweden game, we weren't great. We weren't overwhelming them. We weren't dominating them. We won the game, but it wasn't great. So Southgate has rode that wave. Wonderful. Thank you for giving me a wonderful summer. You got us to on paper and in the record books, you got us to a World Cup semi-final. Little asterisk next to it because of how easy it was for us to stroll there. But yeah. And do you know what? Yeah, I'm not. This is going to sound really counterintuitive or whatever. I'm glad we went out to Croatia by 1 goal than getting pumped 4 or 5-0 by France in the final. I would have literally never lived that down. So yeah, what was the question again?
We have a world. Yeah, exactly. We have a. No, it was a good answer. To be fair, we have a world-class player in Harry Kane. We have an abundance of young attacking players, probably future world-class players. We've got experienced players who at times have been world-class in Raheem Sterling. We have an abundance of attacking players. We're probably not as lucky when it comes to our defensive unit, especially with the injuries we've got. But do you think the compensation of the defence by flooding it with unnecessary players in turn makes us play poorly and spoils the opportunities we've got for these attacking players?
100%. Mate, honestly, when everyone is fit, when everyone is fit, I genuinely challenge you, maybe France. I genuinely challenge you to find me a more in-form, not even just in-form like this season, but in-form in the last year or two. Find me a better attacking force than, say, Rashford, Kane, Sterling. And even then, we're omitting players that have been amazing for their clubs. They can't even get into the team because
Sancho has been fantastic for Dortmund.
Sancho, Grealish, we've got these in Calvert-Lewin this season, form-wise. We have got, like you said, an abundance of talent.
Danny Ings. Yeah, it goes on.
Whether they're strikers, whether they're wingers, whether they're attacking midfielders, we have the most exciting crop of young talent. And like I said earlier, that everyone and the press love off the fact you're English or a player's English. We have this elite mentality about us that we still are. It's like it's 1968 and we've just won the World Cup 2 years before and we're still riding that crest. That's how it still feels now. We're still dawning off the fact that we think we should be a great national team, but we're actually not. So when we've got finally these players coming through, Rashford doing absolute bits, Sterling is probably last season, well, not last season, the season before when City won the league, I was genuinely calling for Sterling as one of the best players in Europe, other than Messi. Mm-hmm. We've got Harry Kane, who his goal scoring record for club and country is absolutely ludicrous. It's unbelievable. And like you said, we've got these players, and then we start with 5 at the back, 2 holding midfielders. Every game. It's even friendlies. It's even friendlies at the minute. We're starting this sort of so negative, and it must be really, really hard. I don't know whether the players feel it, because obviously we don't know what they think of Southgate or whatnot. But to be an attacking player or an exciting player under Southgate must just be oh God, I've got to play. Look at Jadon Sancho, who last season and the season before, one of the most explosive wingers in the world. He was doing absolute bits. His goals and assist record for Dortmund for the last 2 seasons has been absolutely outstanding. He came on today in a Nations League game to play right wing back. You honestly must feel as an exciting attacking talent in this Southgate team. You just must feel so stifled, so unappreciated, and just so I don't know. I don't even know what the word for it is, but you just must feel so unappreciated because what is the point of you being there? Like Declan Rice, like people like Declan Rice just stealing a living in a national team. And what did I say during the game? Players like Harry Winks. Could you imagine Harry Winks even getting a cap in a friendly during the golden generation? Like, could you imagine him getting a cap 5 years ago with the team that England had? It's nonsense, man. People are getting called up just for the sake of it at the minute, I feel.
We've got the tools, but we ain't got the handyman. We've got the army. We've not got the general. The man at the helm is making all the bad decisions. He's got the players. He's got them in the wrong position. The thing is, what we were saying, these players who play for their respective clubs deal with world-class players around them, which you say they've got at England, which is something we've probably lacked at times, especially after the post-golden era, which wasn't so golden. When you go from players like Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, their man management, their tactical finesse, even the small things they must do behind the scenes, when you're presented with that week in, week out on a personal basis, and then you come down to Gareth Southgate, as we've said, he knows the young English players, but he's just he's a mentor for young players. He's a coach. He's someone who's played at the national team before. He's a coach.
He's a coach.
He's an assistant coach. He's never excelled at any job he's been at. Under 21s, you can say whatever because we've always had an abundance of young talent. I won't accept the fact that's a success. He come in at the right time. I like Gareth Southgate. I think he deserves to take us to the Euros. But I don't think after the Euros, unless he wins it or pulls off an incredible run of games, he should keep his job because he steadied the ship. But this ship now could be a whole armada, and we are doing nothing with it. It is incredibly frustrating. I don't see where we're going. I don't think the players even see where they're going.
Honestly, I can't tell you. I honestly can't explain to you like what the idea is football wise. I can't tell you whether we're trying to be a counter-attacking team. I can't tell you whether we're trying to just be defensive. I can't tell you whether trying to strangle teams with possession because we don't do any of it well. I honestly couldn't tell you what the MO was. And I feel like you said, he's a nice guy. He's a coach. He might be a great mentor to the players, but I think this has overwhelmed him as well. I think it's very big for him. He's too nicey as well. And I know you have to back your players. You can't always come out and just Jose Mourinho it and say, you're awful, you're awful, you're awful. But we all know Pickford has been absolutely dog for a year, for club, for country, whatever. But for him to come out, he could have come out and backed Pickford. He could have said, like, listen, this is my number one. Through thick and thin, this is my number one. But what he came out and said instead was nobody's challenging for his position. Are you serious? Dean Henderson had the season of his life last season. Nick Pope had the season of his life last season. There are keepers stepping up to the plate that are better than Pickford, and he's still sticking by the guy. Same with the Mason Mount thing. Everyone takes the piss out of the Mason Mount thing, and it's a bit of a meme, but it's true. Like, he just won't. Like, this guy is God in his eyes, and he had an awful game tonight.
Alex makes a good point there. The international management is no longer the pinnacle. You're right. Roberto Martinez outschooling Gareth Southgate really just shows the level international managers are at. I don't rate Martinez as a manager. I think he's been given lightning in a bottle to get that Belgium team. But there you have it. I mean,
but he had it all night. Like, it wasn't like Belgium didn't beat us because of a set piece and a scrappy goal. They had it like. From front to back, player to player, every battle on that pitch was won by a red shirt. You can't tell me one personal duel between a centre mid or a winger and a defender. You can't tell me one personal battle between two players that was lost in a red shirt tonight. They had the number. The tactics were sound. Like, they knew what we were going to come and try and do. Honestly, look at that team sheet. When you see Mason Mount and Jack Grealish either side of Kane, you know, sit deep. Don't come out. Don't even try and keep a high line. Just sit deep a little bit. They haven't got the pace. Just invite them on. Easy.
Mason Mount has the qualities to go on and be a great player, but the problem is he ever going to? Frank Lampard isn't there yet. Gareth Southgate isn't there. Period. So Mason Mount right now is not the best choice England has in that position. The fact he's consistently in there, the fact Jack Grealish had to play alongside him instead of him, says, "Oh, the loyalty is gone beyond question at this point." I agree with Southgate's ideals. I like Southgate's ideals. He's come in. There's more of a team philosophy. There's a coming together. The big sides no longer seem so separate. He says that from academy level, we need to be playing one style of football, something they grow up playing. And I understand that because Spain and all that do it. And because we have so little time to play together, international players, due to the restrictions of club level, you need that. Something they've grew up playing so they can just come in and fit a system. But this is the wrong system. We are putting so much effort in the wrong system.
But then the question starts, when is it time to hit reset? When is it time to... Because I do agree, like you said, I do agree that we should be playing the same, like you said, we should be playing the same system across all youth levels. But it ain't this one, mate. No one wants to see, like I said,
does World Cup winners and European Championship winners play 6 at the back? They don't.
No,
they don't. If we genuinely believe we're a top team, we shouldn't be playing that kind of football. If we had an injury crisis and we desperately needed the win, then I'd understand. Cotton said this earlier. It's a tactic to use. It's not a go-to setup. It shouldn't be your way of play. It shouldn't be your philosophy. It should be a worst-case scenario. We have to play this.
That's what I mean, man. Like, even in the friendlies, we were playing friendlies and it literally became like a walking joke, and it was a meme between a lot of us. And I took the piss on the last show about when I did the lineup and I named like seven right backs. But that was what it was. We've got this, like we said, this abundance of young talent, young, exciting talent, right? It's a friendly.
Winners as well.
Yeah, listen. But here's the thing. It's a friendly. We know Harry Kane is going to be the starting striker when we get to the Euros. He doesn't need to play a friendly. We know Raheem Sterling and Marcus Rashford are going to be one of the starting wingers when we get to the Euros. Doesn't need to play the friendly. Look, there's so many players that have played friendlies for no reason. We don't need to see this guy again. And even then, when we're playing friendlies against lesser teams, we're still starting 5 at the back. And I don't want to hear no 3 at the back. It's 3 at the back when it's expansive and attacking. When you watch England, it's constantly 5. There is this scared, like, uneasy feeling about going forward. So nobody wants... It never becomes a 3. It's always a 5. You saw when Jadon Sancho comes on. Jadon Sancho. And literally, you could see across the pitch just a 5. There's no... Even when England were attacking, it was a 5. There's no expansiveness. There's no will to go forward. It's just... And like I said earlier, if the game plan today was, okay, we only need a draw out of this game... Boom, start me a 5 at the back. Give me 2 holding midfielders. We didn't just need even a draw. We needed to win the game. And he is starting with 5 at the back, with a CDM playing centre-back over a centre-back that's on the bench. He's playing Henderson and Rice in midfield.
The substitutions are questionable as well. So that's when your manager needs to use his tactical prowess, and he flopped it. And Alex made a good point. It is beta. We are playing every game like we're the second best team on the pitch, even though when we're better by a mile.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll finish it with this. For you, Cotton. Will it get better before it gets worse, or vice versa? Will it get worse before it gets better?
But there's such a false economy at the minute, because we beat Belgium a few weeks ago in the Nations League, which was...
But do they hide behind these results? Because if you actually if you look back in history, they're fantastic results. But if you actually remember the game, England's win against Belgium was poor and very fortunate.
We're going to hide behind a whole tournament for the next decade or two. We are going to dine out on a World Cup semi-final for forever. God rest his soul. I love Bobby Robson, right? We literally still talk about Italia 90 and like it was yesterday. Like, it still gets talked about. Like, One Night in Turin, like the documentary, like we still literally dine off this.
And we didn't win.
And we didn't win. And how literally 30 years ago, and we still talk about it. Trust me, this semi-final, that was like the reset button. That was like, when like you're coasting. if you don't show me some results soon, you're in trouble. World Cup semi-final, boom, buttons reset. There's another decade or two before the England national team get questioned, and that's it. Like, to be honest, and to answer the question, I don't think it does get better. We could have a few, again, what I was alluding to with the results we've had. We could get a few half decent results, but what does it really matter? Like, we'll probably go out and slap Iceland 4-0 on Wednesday. But what does it matter? What does it mean? It's nothing. The game, like the tournament's done. The game's a dead rubber. Like, what's the point? What does it even matter? And I swear to God, if I see come Wednesday that lineup and I see Pickford and I see players that already have their places to the Euros starting, I'm going to be fuming because it's a dead game. Get some players in there that need the time. It's ridiculous. Pickford doesn't need to be starting against Iceland in a game that, look, there's nothing on the line. I'm telling you that.
All right. Well, that's what we think about the England situation. We're disappointed with the performance. We expect better in the Iceland game, but as Cotton alludes to, does it really mean anything? Do England have time to fix this before the Euros? Do they have the games to fix this before the Euros? I don't think we have enough time. I don't think the players want that time. They're dedicated to their clubs, and why shouldn't they be? They're more likely to win a trophy at their clubs than they are playing for this England team. But we shall see. Time will tell. You've got to be positive in these situations. Do you want to close out with anything, Cotton?
I mean, all I'd say is, like, when you're saying about have we run out of time? Like, we've had a year extension because of COVID, so that, like, there really isn't any excuse to not have this team.
And we looked a lot more positive back then. But then again, who were we playing? Euro qualifiers meant nothing.
Yeah, exactly,
meant
man. Playing.
So the Nations League has told us what we already know.
But this is the thing. Like, the whole point of the Nations League was supposed to be like. And Jamie Carragher said it earlier. Oh, well, it's good because you get some real opposition. Yeah, and look what happens every time we play real opposition. We get slapped about and embarrassed. Like, we're not learning anything from this. Like, tell me what we've learned from tonight. Tell me what would, like, unless Southgate...
We're still not there yet. That's what I've learned. We're still not there yet. We can bully the smaller teams, but we can't beat the bigger teams. We can't even match them at all.
We've learned that, but unless Southgate goes back in that dressing room and goes... Do you know what, boys? Scrap this formation, scrap this style of football. Okay, you can't play there and you can't play there. Cool. But he won't do that. So we've learnt nothing. We've learnt nothing. And what's the old saying? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
That's a great line.
and that is this style of football, and the way we're playing, and this whole England setup in a minute is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I don't think we're going to get different results.
Yeah, that's been our live stream of the Belgium versus England. I think we're going to close it out 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Back to normality tomorrow. Shame it's ended this way, but still an England game nonetheless. We were always going to watch it.
Yeah, sorry, it's been a painful watch because it's been painful for us to watch that game.
Yeah,
it's been painful for me. But yeah, thanks as usual, guys. We've had such a great response this weekend and this week with the Scotland Watchalong and this. We had really great numbers on the Champions League video. Champions League video a few weeks ago. Things are really.
We're on the channel's on the up. Channel's on the up. It's good.
Other than performances like this from England, not us. But yeah, so Ed, shall we play?
Let's finish up.
Let's play the music.
Play them out.
And piss off. Right. We'll see you all next time.